Okay. Uh, Weird dream, but okay. There. Well. Oh.
I wish those damn Charlians would learn to leave people alone.
Hey.
Good luck. You got 2 chances of that, none and none.
Oh, thank you. I gotta fix that still.
Well, there was a reason the Charlians wouldn't stop communicating with us given any amount of chance.
What's up, nerd? Those glasses are never not going to be cool.
I'm assuming this is a new
Hey,
glamour you've obtained?
Not new. Just don't use it enough.
I mean, they
Fair
had
enough.
another one, but I have advised them not to wear it.
I won't ask.
Yeah.
It'd be pointless for me to at this stage.
Stuck in Charlian.
The robes.
Oh yeah, the one that makes me look like the
Yeah,
bad guy.
that
I
one.
was stuck. They kept interrogating me about Terrell.
Well, I suppose that does make sense.
You had the most information at the moment. What?
I mean, that's the reason why when we showed interest about, Heidelin's original goal of the mission regarding the final days, Charlian sent what felt like half of the Numenon to the moon, honestly.
If they want to learn more, travel. Fuck off. Go out there.
Like, there was so much knowledge.
It was a bit surprising to hear that one of the scholars there was
It's
actually
that
from
Goober
Charles.
from
Eh?
the raid
Yeah,
on that one place.
it's that
Oh, yeah.
Goober.
I keep forgetting his name. I have a bad
I
habit
forget
of
his
not
name too, but he
remembering.
was pretty cool.
I can't remember Lalafell names or anything. I remember Bababa and Luluma, and that's it.
Okay,
Any other
Bababa's
Lalafell?
easy.
I have
That's
no
just
idea.
Fun to
That
say.
was easier.
Yep. Hey.
You gotta start remembering more people's names. You can't just remember
Yeah,
Bababa and Lulama.
You all look cold. Would you like some frost resistance potions?
I'm good.
I'm alright.
Huh?
I'm good. Thankfully,
Okay.
the glamour
I
is
am at least coincidentally built for this
Yeah,
weather, so I'm
used to
fine.
it.
I'm good. I mean, I like the cold.
I have a thick coat on under this glamour, I'm good.
As I said
I see.
before, I'm
Understandable. The cold never bothered you
As
anyway.
a-
Good to know.
as I'm-
How about you all?
I wouldn't be surprised if, like, me forgetting a lot of people's names a lot of the time is a part of
yes, you were
that
born in
annoying
it, molded by it.
thing that
Simply adopted it.
Loprit's put
In
onto
any
me.
case,
It's going to continue going.
Probably the same reason why trying to actually call myself thinking, wait, ow, does that.
I mean, I'll
Probably.
take a frost resistance
I
potion,
would've
but I'll
guessed.
keep it handy just in case it somehow gets colder than it already is.
pulls out a nice blue potion. Here you go.
Thank you.
Usually-
Would it be frowned upon and mean if I went to the top of the tower to sit there with like a bowl of popcorn and watch people flop through?
I mean, I would
Alright.
be careful if I were you.
Yes, but do it
You'd
anyway.
have to.
Yeah.
You'd have to probably
mean,
ask Luma or some.
considering-
one of the other higher-ups
Considering that
about
the
that,
difference
because
of
we might
people
not
that
just
come
allow
through the
anybody
portal
in.
ranges from people like you to
Indeed,
Carno,
indeed.
I
Oh,
would advise
you
against
know,
it.
It tastes
That-
like watermelon.
Carno's not even the biggest guy out there. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Very fizzy. You might belch.
Yeah, we found that out the
That's
hard
the
way.
fun part.
What?
What do you mean
Would
you
you like a
found
frost
that
resistance
out?
potion, my dear?
I'm all set.
Well, all right, all right.
They're the big dragon, right?
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
To be fair, we have plenty of
Dinosaurs
frost
with the
resistance
dragon,
potions
what?
in there. It's called alcohol.
You know the really big.
I was gonna say, usually the alcohol in the
Dragon,
bar
that
is
was-
usually the way we,
This is
you know,
Yes, I was
fight the cold here, don't we?
I came through. But that's
Oh, I don't know about coming
surprising.
through.
You can't fight the cold,
Frost
dingus.
resistance potion.
You can't hit it.
You know what I mean.
It'd be funny.
You can.
Well equipped for the cold.
I'm going to
Have to
actually
start-
bury you halfway into the
You
snow.
dingus way.
Must be ready to.
Sorry.
Shush.
Would you like a frost resistance potion?
Shush. We could always ask Kinix to just set fire to the snow.
And they would, happily.
Yeah, they absolutely would.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate this.
Which part? Exactly.
That part.
Talking about the other side, maybe.
What part?
The point in it, you shut up.
Simply standing about.
I'm not sure
Is
if I
everything
want
all
to.
right?
Tummy survivor.
wedding
orders.
What happened to Warren this shirt?
Holy shit, it's my friend.
What?
Well, okay, new person.
Fair enough, fair enough. Another person for Victor to totally not just straight up interrogate.
Else over there, but it's more there than that.
Absolutely. I mean, it depends who's going to get into our first.
Fair, fair. Victor, as far as I know, is a lot more polite. I wouldn't be surprised if Laluma is the interrogator.
For the others to return. It was just chatting.
Victor tends to be more formal, but more polite.
Yeah, yeah.
Check this out.
She's not new. She's not new.
She's not new.
Oh,
It's not actually an interrogation, no. It's you know, Zoom is just very
we
blunt about
joke, we
things.
we kid, we joke.
Training her as a reaper here.
Oh, excellent. You informed me.
A shame.
Yeah. Well, half the time you were in bed.
I'm sure, you know, eventually, should we, you know, we come to the inevitable conclusion of the Rangers of fuck 'em, you can interrogate them.
Yeah, I thought it was only a couple of days.
Fair enough, but we're not a militaristic force. Frankly, if we were, we'd be probably the most disorganized one in all of Eorzea.
You can't control your aether is...
We would be the greatest fuck ups.
I can tell you this from experience in our Legion. We are the greatest fuck-ups
I am
in all of Eorzea.
detailed because
Yeah, unfortunately.
A grand tale of valiant heroes and bold warriors. Except they're not here right now, so we've got this group of cavalcade of fuck ups.
We have these people
You,
We have these
with whatever
guys.
resources they somehow have on hand.
you wanted the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, but you ended up with us.
Oh boy.
Yeah, everybody wants the Scions. Nobody wants
The normal
rest.
adventurers guild.
Everyone wants to go to the...
I guess we could probably interrogate Ryder about the Scions if we wanted to. I imagine he was pretty involved with them.
That's good.
Probably, yeah. I'm
I
pretty
guess the
sure
same would go with
he's chummy with
Zerai.
him.
Spar even without reawakening is good.
Zerai would absolutely do it.
always lie that on my ass.
He's totally banging your stall.
Who? Oh, right, that one.
No, Ryder. Your story is way too classy for Ryder.
Why are we looking awkwardly in this
Hello.
direction?
Oh, trust me.
We're staring at a cripple.
What?
Wow!
I get to make the joke. I'm in the same boat.
Well, I mean,
How is that? They can walk?
Jeez.
They have both their arms?
Is it?
Technically, one of their arms is a prosthetic, apparently. It's just glamour.
One of their arms is
Oh, right.
fake.
Oh, right, yeah.
Sense.
my fingers
I
are.
always wondered why Respawn never got a
Basically
prosthetic.
what I have.
Ah.
Why would you punch
I realize, yeah, speaking of injuries, we do have free full green carrots in the infirmary now, thankfully.
Why wouldn't I put
So,
someone in the knee
as
if
long-
they were offensive?
As long as you're capable of actually taking a bite and swallowing, well, we essentially have a, well, at least a good few moons worth of potions just ready to go.
I mean, even then, you know, someone could just shove it in your mouth.
Well, that's more
Well,
dangerous.
Not be as bad as the rations.
True.
Well, okay, only a few orange carrots were properly properly made their way here, unfortunately.
Apparently that shit hurts like hell.
You were lucky
Yeah,
if you
very
got
much does.
glory be soup.
Especially
He
if
was
you
either
cut
that.
white with
I'm still amazed that person that I still feel really bad that I've forgotten their name
hit them like that, it
was
hurts
offering
a
to
hell
try
of
and
a lot.
travel the best ways
You know,
burrows
like,
on,
actually
well,
hitting their
well,
your
technically not
shoulder,
on
that
my
hurts you as
behalf,
well.
but, you know, in quotes,
Yeah.
to basically get some more carrots for this
Kick
place.
somebody in the knee hard enough that it.
And judging by the fact that I have not seen a single other operate in moons,
It wasn't pretty.
or in the few moons I've been on in Eorzea, I wager they're not questioning it.
Ah, excellent.
I mean, we did have,
Bent that way.
shit, what was his name? We did have one before you showed up.
Oh, it might have been when I was still asleep, or was it before the crisis entirely?
Yeah, not the most
Before the crisis entirely.
Okay.
Hey, do you want this limb of yours to still be functional?
Fair
Yeah,
enough. That was
no,
before all of the stuff happened with
well, no,
me.
It was.
Oh, I'm sorry, you said you needed
It
leg?
was
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
after the final days, but before that.
Before this. Right,
It's
right.
always fun
Yeah.
when you have like when you go up to somebody and you just boom
Fuck,
right into their
I can't remember
left
that.
knee and it like cocks in sideways.
Well, okay, what were their best?
No,
what
no,
was their
no.
main
Big
interest?
screen fucking either or
And they just.
I don't remember. I didn't really talk to them that much. I just saw them around and heard them.
It hurt my ear.
It started with a D. I know that much.
impossible. I've never reached.
There's a lot of stuff that's it could be Dreaming
And
Way,
there's a
could be
lot of
someone,
words that start with.
Time.
could be others. I don't know.
Trust me, I've made some.
I'd go with Dreaming Way, honestly. I don't remember.
Quite a bit of action.
Yeah. Could be Dreaming Way, could be Drinking Way. There is a bar here after
There's
all.
a lot of words that start with D and.
A surprising amount.
Pudding way? No.
That's P.
That's an upside down D.
I think,
I mean, when you're
I'm dyslexic.
kind of in
Okay.
a situation you
That's
really
alright,
don't
so
want
Well, I mean,
am
a
I.
D is just a backwards B,
It's
isn't
not
it?
giving you
No,
very
just
many
kidding.
options. You kind of go with the lowest
A
blow.
D is a backwards B and an upside down P.
There's a cycle to this.
Welcome back.
Fortunately,
Mhm.
at least in the
Think about
proper
it.
written alphabet, Q doesn't follow the same principle half the time.
Got anything?
Let's get out the cold. Come on. It's a drink.
Very, very cold.
Yeah.
There's a fully
Could go
stocked
for
bar
it,
right
then.
there. So
Yeah,
Thank fuck for that.
yeah.
Somebody got around.
That's a- I'm I'm still barred from going behind the counter, which is fair, to be honest.
She actually,
Gets her blood moving.
no, it's Lulama's shipments are finally starting to come in from Toronto.
Less trusting of these since you,
Okay. Imports.
you know you own a
Well-
firearm now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've at least personally barred myself from going behind the counter. I'm not having that incident again.
What's up, Ryder?
Fair. I wouldn't dare to. Unless you're good enough.
Probably best
not
that you
to
weren't,
leave.
all things considered.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Unless you're good enough not to get caught.
Careful.
Don't be jumping around so much.
What? Going behind and mixed together drinks, hoping for success while nobody's here.
Your sister.
No way am I gonna try that. Not after last time.
Stop myself far enough to be able to avoid falling on my face.
There's Esther.
Right.
Speaking of talents, actually, I realize I need to head to the... What was it called? The machinist location. Skysteel, that was it.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Well, you better, I guess, try to help in fixing the place up because...
True.
You know.
Yeah, help fix the place up, get paid with proper training on how to use this thing. Considering you gave it to me after everything died down.
I just thought you needed to defend yourself after that chaotic mess
maybe
that
not
was
yet.
Doing alright? There's a few of them
Perhaps,
stuck
yeah,
tempered attack.
just drinking.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a good idea for me to return, considering I claimed responsibility for that woman's
Maybe it would be a
husband's
nice
death.
I've
got something lined up for you guys.
All things considered.
Probably
Well,
probably get some.
actions speak louder than words a good chunk of the way.
Got the ticket.
Perfect.
Well,
That much is
knowing
certain.
us, there's always something going on.
Well, yeah, of course.
See, this is why I stay at the moon all the time. Thanks to you Lopperits. Since I'm able to kind of vibe out there and stuff, it feels nice.
Too bad I can't share the same sentiment. At least not now, anyway.
I always wanted to go to the moon.
That could be where they're coming from.
Hey, at least that tower still working for me, right?
I believe it is. I don't know how else carrots are making their way to the infirmary and ration stockpiles otherwise.
I did just come from Mishgard.
The Tower of Babel.
That place is still a hell of a
Well,
mess.
I'll tell you what.
after, the chaos
After we're done here, done with our day, you all are allowed to come with me to the moon. Like I said,
As it turns out,
the Lopperits made it possible for us to breathe and stuff up there, so it's all good.
It wouldn't do if we were to try and, do a mass exodus and then just all of Heidelin's beloved just immediately suffocate. It wouldn't do at all.
Well, I get to actually visit the moon. I mean, if we can so easily travel back and forth, yeah, sure. Maybe we might be able to convince some of them to help out with this guard. Light the load.
True. The remains of Zodiac are still there.
I don't think so. Zodiac was
I'll
destroyed.
be right back. Something is going on with Mind Voice.
Alright. I would take him up on his offer, but, I don't think it would be a good idea for me to show my face in Mare Elementorum. I was banished, remember?
Startling, but I think.
Well, then again, I don't think it's a good idea for me to return to Ishgard after I claimed responsibility for the massacre that occurred. It left us no choice. But I just wanted to exonerate Ryder from the rest of you from the blame. Besides, there's already enough blood on my hands.
What's a few more drops, huh? That's way more morbid than I was expecting to come out of my mouth. Oh, goodness.
How very like you.
Hey! Schemingway is a brandish name. It's not like I've been doing much scheming around here that has been, well, for the sake of evil or, well, for selfish desire anyway.
Light's overrated. What's wrong with embracing a little bit of darkness now and then?
You say that, but you do actually need a balance. Pure light and, well, as far as I know, the first is essentially what happened when it was only light. So
It's always nice being a natural heater.
Oh, there you go. You sound better.
Oh yeah.
Well, yes. I had to fix my mic. I mean, my voice. Sorry.
Yeah, and just need some water.
Take in some cold air and clear your throat. I understand.
This is what happens due to the lack of cheesy bacons I've had. This wouldn't have happened otherwise.
I only recently learned what these cheesy bacons were. I never got explanations before I went to Charlie.
Well, my friends, allow me to share with you the deep, sacred art of cheesy
Well,
bacon.
Look, okay, I know I had an Archon burger when I was in Charlien.
It's nothing compared to an Archon burger, Schemingway.
All right, do go on.
Going on a potentially hour to 2 hour long.
The cheesy bacon is indeed out of this world.
Oh. Here we go.
Here. Some of the high-proof mascot.
Usually,
Well, the Garland's and all.
with my
Of course.
usually there was a time where I could enjoy this delectable on my own. But ever since being married and having a wife and kids and all of that, I was able to enjoy it a little bit with my wife and stuff. It was nice.
Cinder,
Oh boy.
what's that brush? Do you take it from Dreamingway's little workshop or whatever?
You don't need to add anything else to it. That's
Oh.
perfectly fine.
No, I got it from
All the nutrition you need.
Thavnir.
In a simple, small
Ah.
Whenever I got my new jobstone.
Wait,
I
yeah, there
see.
is a brush on your. Are you a painter now?
I'm also
I'm
kind of hungry,
Pictomancer.
too.
Or
The what?
What?
Pictomancy.
Very well.
Yeah.
Pictomancer, right?
What's a pictomancer?
The closest I know, the closest I could even fathom of it was when,
long story.
Dreamingway was bidding a lot of Loporits to just paint.
Oh, hey, Esther, good to see you.
Painted a huge mural together.
That's why.
Why don't you paint us some tacos for us to eat?
You want to eat paint?
Over there,
They
in the
would
corner of my vision, and
taste.
something here.
So I know I can
This is very fast.
paint.
That smile
Probably
tells me
better than
I
everything.
can paint them,
Russians.
It must have
and then
been
they
here.
would
You must have clearly
real,
downed
but I
a
don't
full
think they would
tankard
have
when I
a
wasn't looking.
taste.
Well, it's good to see you, Esther.
I don't know, maybe it's just ecstasy.
Thank you.
Well, I'm fine.
It's good to see you as well.
I guess.
I'll let the work for 2 seconds.
Oh.
Victory.
Please stop believing you're just a Mandeville.
Glory.
Are you still in the mirror when he wakes up in the morning?
No, he hasn't.
What? I mean, well, a long time ago, a friend of mine used to really enjoy our posing matches. And so, I've just kind of let it stick with me since.
I've unfortunately opened another can of worms. I'm sorry.
Is that the fabled cheesy bacon?
Or something.
It's an
And
Archon
just
burger.
as a regular Archon
Wait,
burger.
that's right. I was on something. Right. So the very delectable
You set him
cheesy
off
bacon
again.
itself comes from a mile. Oh.
Please continue.
Schemingway, I'm trying to talk about cheesy bacon. Will you shut up?
You're about to get interrupted again
Because you keep scratching into the damn thing every single time.
Now, anywho.
With extra cheese, substitute the
Just your plate, so it's not just
bacon.
yes. That way we'll bump into people and things all the time.
I've been alone my whole damn life.
You're right.
Oh boy.
You've been trying to explain it for the past 5 minutes.
Yes, I was. Well, look, I have a lot of. Never mind. Yeah, Astra's correct. That's literally what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. You like the simple explanation? There you go. Astra said it.
Basically this, but with bacon on it.
The extravagance with which you tend to explain things
It was a bizarre name. Oh, there's Nabavka.
That one.
I said you have cute freckles.
Alright, so,
Everyone should be an advertiser.
Nabavka.
Pretty sure if you work the markets, you make a decent.
Hi.
Hey.
Guys.
everyone.
So, I need you guys to do me a favor. I am doing you all a kindness by doing this on my end, so that way the anger ball that is Laluma at the moment stays up in her tower, where you are all safe. If you're at Foundation during the most recent jailbreak, I want you over here. If you were not, I want you over there.
Well, time to move my happy ass over there.
Oh boy.
I was on a commission, so...
Thanks for the drink.
Another
one later.
So we're heading over here?
Alright. I am going to tell you what I was told. And I just need someone to tell me that this was a lie. And that everything was fine.
Yeah, I have no idea.
We got a report last night. Me and Laluma doing some paperwork. We're gonna call it early. We were excited. To which then we get a royal messenger directly from Foundation, informing us that we then had to travel overnight to Foundation to speak to the guard captain and the angriest woman I've ever met about, and I want to make sure I get my words right, a man who had just recovered from being controlled by a primal, then being tortured on the ground to the point where he died, followed by his wife being assaulted by a man who looks like a large demon. Anybody want to tell me that this is all a lie?
I didn't see any of that.
Well, in my defense. In my defense.
Oh.
Hold on. You said tortured? On the ground?
Yes.
Excuse me?
He was kicked, he was beaten, he was stepped on by multiple people.
So none of that.
I didn't see any of that.
As far as I'm aware...
No, none of that happened.
As far as I'm aware, the guy was on the ground succumbing to his injuries after had fighting all of us off while being, tempered.
So he was not kicked, he was not stepped on.
No.
Nothing of the sort.
And I do not recall the woman being assaulted.
Alright, I have multiple guards telling me. Multiple. And these people aren't blind. They're not stupid. I need to understand where the de facto situation's coming from. Because at first, we were excited, right? Save the day, things were good. And then now I'm getting reports. And this woman, by the way, is going above and beyond. We had to stay up all night long to get her to a point where maybe she won't go around the entirety of Foundation calling you all murderers. I was told she was screamed at. I was told she was pushed away.
Right.
Don't believe anyone pushed her away, however.
No one pushed her. I don't.
I
Yeah, no
had
one
no
didn't
involvement
get
in this
pushed.
whatsoever.
Yes, there was screaming.
I think I was actually
and there
talking
was
to
a lot
you
of-
when this might have been happening. Because the last thing I remember was him being in his demon form.
Are you raising your hand?
No, sorry, my trackers are acting up, sorry.
I was about to say, you guys are adults, you can just talk. It's okay. I'm not your teacher. I'm angry, but it's not your teacher.
As
So can,
far as
can someone
I'm aware,
at least... So, go ahead.
Because I remember I was fighting that guy off, and when he went down, he mentioned something about his wife. Okay. So I was like,
I can confirm.
you know. I did not realize that he was actually just fucking dying on the ground there. I thought he was just, you know, couldn't fight anymore. Okay. So I walked off for maybe 5 minutes, went to check on everybody else, came back around and saw the wife, understandably, completely over the fucking pale, and Ryder trying to talk her down, trying to explain the situation. Unfortunately, him being him, and he was in his, you know, his big demon form, very temperamental, so they got into a screaming match. But I do not think, and I'm pretty sure I didn't see him, like, physically push back in any way. Maybe he, like, kind of had his hands out in front of him, trying to tell her, hey, we couldn't...
No, he did not lay hands.
He probably like stepped back after raising. He raised his voice. He just stepped back, I believe.
And there were a few guards there that also saw the whole thing, and so the fact that now we're getting this whole like fucking I don't know what you would call it, this pushback from the wife when the guards were right there, and they saw
respectfully,
just as much
the
as we
guards
did.
could be annihilated by any of you if you winked funny. There's a reason why the guards tend to stay quiet and stay in their lane and then report this stuff to the guard captain.
Did they say what sort of? You said they were tortured. Did they say what sort of things were done? I saw the
Specifically
I saw
that
the
he
body.
was kicked, that he was stepped on, and then no one even eased his pain as he died.
That's so false.
I can say for myself.
I mean, he was one of the tempered. Who's to say he didn't sustain a lot of those injuries during the fighting itself?
That is possible.
I'm being told they visually saw this.
One of our number tried to ease his suffering, yes, but based on my estimates, he was long gone before then. There was no saving him, only easing his suffering by trying to help him along at that point.
Ease the pain.
What about the yelling at the wife? Tell me that.
That much.
I think the yelling of the wife was an unfortunate escalation from.
I'm
her own
asking the man who
hysterics.
did it.
I'm gonna go talk to Luma about this.
First off, everyone's account is correct.
I need you to come here and talk to me. I can't hear you over there.
Apparently, since she's an angry.
First off, everyone's account is correct. I laid no hands on her in means of an assault. But I was trying to calm her down.
By screaming at
My
her.
heart. Yeah.
In another form that probably was not assisting in the situation of calm.
He does look similar to a Voisin when he does that.
Give me some here.
Tempering
Come on.
usually happens in the primal, they're
Because you don't have to deal with this. We did. In front of all those guards. Who we had to try, by the way. God knows if it even worked. And get them to understand that we are going to help clean up the mess. And help reduce the problem. Because she is going crazy across that fucking place. She even slapped the hell out of me. Of course, that got her a bit of jail time, but that just be how it is.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's not exactly good.
Hi, Glenn.
Aster
So-
has a question.
Answer.
When this conversation was had, was any attempt made to call forth Sir Ryder so he could speak on his own behalf rather than having you represent him in front of these people?
Someone who was not
Yeah.
fully appraised of the situations, as you've said
They
yourself.
asked for both. They asked for both of us. At least at first, to at least get a groundwork of the situation. Speak to the actual guard captain, and then he was the one who was then saying that he wanted all of us to be there and talk to them. We told them not at the moment, because everybody was going crazy at the time. They're still waiting for a final report, which is why I'm speaking to you here, and not letting that come out of the tower just yet.
Gotcha. But the screaming did happen. It was my attempt at calming her down. She wasn't listening to me. I told her that by the time that we tried to get healing to him, it was too late.
Wounds were too deep.
Okay. I need you to understand that there are vanishings happening all over Eorzea. Everyone is panicking. Everyone is freaking. We had a situation where, in almost an instant, we had people being tempered. Everyone is getting scared, and now a bunch of these people are dead, many of which are actually going to be released soon. It's not on all of you, although apparently some were alive, some were dead. So, respectfully, some people need to stop doing finishing moves against tempered people. I saw at least like 3 bodies that were gored. So, maybe we think of who we're fighting or the situation that's happening, but I can't yell at you all for that. I shouldn't. I won't. But yelling at that wife was not good, man. Because these are people who live there, they know each other, they trust each other. A lot of people aren't happy. They're happy you saved them, not happy of the extra bits. They're worried that, you know, adventurers are bloodthirsty, and they're here to kill. And considering these Rangers of Light are out there doing also our job, does not help. I'm going to talk to Luluma as best I can. I need you all to do me a favor. If you decide you need to go into the tower and talk to Luluma, you are walking on glass. No yelling, no fighting back, no raising your voice. If she starts fussing or screaming, you listen, then you leave. I cannot save you if she comes down that tower. That's it.
Sounds like home.
Oh, it's loaded. Okay. What I don't get
Situation's fucked.
is
Yeah, she told me your name. Welcome, Maxine. Welcome back.
Yes.
Sorry, shit's fucked.
That's nice.
I know I was trying to mitigate the damage as much as possible done to all of you. Making sure you weren't attacked from behind.
They've been busy with the reconstruction and recovery of their people over the past several days. This was a major attack, of course they waited.
I'm a bit confused which one we're talking about specifically.
And on top of that,
getting bigger.
I feel like what are we supposed to do when a completely, mostly unknown force using a bunch of tempered soldiers just pulls up into the main center of the of one of the major cities, starts ransacking the place, killing a bunch of people, and start coming at us?
That's the point Neb is trying to make. Before, in the past, tempering was a severe problem. We had no cure for it. Now, we do have a cure. A lot of those people probably could have been saved from it if they were to be kept alive. The simple fact that a lot of people did kill even after they were disposed of, it goes to show just how much people are wanting to take care of these people permanently. The bigger problem here is that that man afterwards, from what it sounds like ultimately, his wife was going into shock, needed somebody to blame. Even if the actions weren't done... Exactly. It would be extremely natural for someone like that to be in that form of mindset,
Exactly.
not only to blame somebody else for problems that probably never existed, but to continue blaming them. Who's to say she's probably not tempered in some way too? A lot of people got tempered there, and we still don't know the full extent of it either.
That might be going a bit far, but yes. In situations such as these, if you
I
find
mean-
someone hysterical, it's best to try to act with as much patience as you can, even if what they're saying does not fit the truth. Sometimes the truth is hard. It hurts. Not everybody's ready to accept it at the same time.
Especially if her husband was to be released just a few days away.
Semi-tempered. Or
That's one of those, wasn't it?
Someone they care for died,
Yeah.
and therefore that is their slightly tempers them in some sort of way.
Now listen, I didn't get the full account of everything was there. I had to run off during the end of that, but I want to ask this here and now.
I'm a spiritual person. I
Did
don't
anybody
understand.
do anything to that man after he was knocked down and was left bleeding? Whether it was
We
healing,
tried to heal
more
him.
injuries. You tried
Try to heal him.
Yes, there was a few of us who have tried to
I
heal
was
him.
comforting him.
All I could do was
Unfortunately,
listen to his
wounds
words.
were far too long.
Unfortunately.
Being said, a kick to the head.
Anybody notice anything after he passed? Anybody else interacting with the body?
Little beach hangout.
I don't.
No.
Yeah.
That's the last.
Glimpse at the body
I
when they were bringing the wife over. Looks like bludgeoning injuries, but nothing out of the ordinary for a fight.
Just saying it.
Look,
Hold on, right now.
the main thing is right now is that life has a funny way of putting puzzle pieces in front of me. That woman more than likely blames me for her husband's death. After all, who would it fall to?
As a last-ditch effort, I tried to exonerate you. I took blame for that woman's husband's murder.
But
Yes, and none of them listened to you.
Mm.
It's kind of puzzling.
Wait. Why
As-
would you try to take blame for that?
To an extent, exonerate you. I can't.
No. Why are you taking the blame? If nobody did anything from the report, that means something happened.
Think about it. I did nothing to that man. But
No, but
I know, usually.
someone definitely
Yeah,
kicked them
good.
in the head.
Sometimes. I trust you. You know better, Paul. You're your
did
life.
someone kick him in the head?
Yes, and I was hoping they would speak
I
up.
didn't.
Look, what's done is done. It's better that you speak up now, because if these two come back and find out something, that's even a more world of shit.
Then who kicked him in the head?
Our friend here, who I was hoping would actually speak up about it.
It was a light
I don't
kick.
mean to call
it
you
wasn't
out,
a
but-
full-on...
Who? Oh, me? The one who fought the guy?
Yes. Yes. After he was down on the
Okay.
ground, I witnessed it. He was unbecoming behavior.
So, I fought him, he went down. I said, okay. Because at that time, when he went down, there were... Well, I'm not sure who was around me at the time. I know a couple of us were. But I ran off when he went down. Overheard him say something about his wife. But I didn't really pay much mind to it because there was still, the big guy who was cutting himself open and turning himself bigger, right? I shifted my focus onto the bigger threat in the area. And didn't
Kicked him in
really
the head before
look
he
back
left.
until... What happened?
You kicked him in the head before you left.
No?
Wait, how did Ryder transform?
I didn't do a damn thing.
I
looked at him, was
I don't
like,
think
whatever, I don't have time for it.
I
was
looked
watching
over.
this
I didn't see
happen.
him kick him. I looked over. I didn't. Just ran over here, helping us finish up the big guy.
They just kind of look.
Okay, well, either way, whether somebody did or didn't, there's a bigger issue here. Like Neb said, we're on thin fucking ice. That doesn't just go for Lulama, that goes for the people of Ishgard and for the rest of Eorzea, because if this does go out, the party that's with the Warrior of Light kicked a downed man who just got released from tempering and nearly killed him as well. That's a problem for all of us, one way or another. We have to be extremely careful with what we do from now on. Any tempered, any at all, no matter how bad or how loose it is, we have to take it as seriously as possible. We cannot just be taking lives unless this is truly necessary.
Well,
Defend your lives, but try to avoid taking them in the process.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
However, in my experience as an adventurer, in all of my experiences, not just this world, but the next one, life literally has a way of putting a funny thing in front of me. I
What is
imagine
that
this won't.
supposed to mean? What do you do?
And okay.
Basically, what I'm thinking about right now, I just hope I'm wrong about.
With that being said,
Perhaps
nothing.
explain yourself instead of speaking vaguely. Sir Ryder, please.
Sure. Right. I guess I should explain my thought process.
Please.
From the way that woman came at me, I could see it in her eyes, the same look that I've seen in many of my opponent's eyes. This isn't the end.
Are you saying this woman is some sort of enemy of yours, Sir Ryder?
No.
Then what are you?
A sign of anything, or
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Situation itself?
Yeah, from my experiences, these things have a way of coming around on me. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, that's only natural.
I see.
And
what
wording
happens
past
is
comes
gonna
back
come
to
back to
bite him
bite you in the
slightly.
I'm just.
I'm sorry?
huh?
Huh?
And the wording is saying something that usually happens, usually it was past or to now, warrior of light or not, the past will always catch up. It felt familiar in some sort of way. When it comes to things here in affairs from what I've learned so far, whatever's going on here is just starting. It's just part one.
No, this has been going on for some time.
this is the first major attack against a known city.
No, it's
been
really
a
not.
while, right? Yeah, but-
Attacks by tempering have been happening for nigh on a decade.
But I'm saying the same group. This is the first major attack against the city by the same group that we've been facing for a while now. Disappearances, sure, that's one thing. But these are tempered
Why
coming
does
out of the
that
woodwork and
change
attacking a place.
How we should react
Because,
to it.
I'm not saying we should change, but at the same time, this goes to show that they're escalating. Something is forcing these tempered to attack. Not only that, they're also becoming bolder in their
Naturally.
attacks.
That's what they tend to do. It's happened before.
Whatever the case, we need to provide aid and succor wherever we can.
Right. For the oldest three of us here, includes you, Ryder.
I've been gone for.
As the Warrior of Light party, we need to do our best. Jake, take your time. I'll speak with you later, okay? Yeah. What did you do better? Asa, I've known you're good, so now I don't have to worry about you. Well, you're good. The rest of you may need to observe you more. Speller said you may be on thin ice. I don't believe that. I think we're under the full control. We may be on thin ice with the royalists, but the citizens are what matters. And they're putting us head deep.
Already 10 feet
Our best,
under.
unfortunately, our best reconciliation effort would be to help them rebuild. And console them with any lost loved ones.
Friend or foe, we should try to afford them any kindness we can, whether it's showing hesitation in striking a finishing blow, or applying aid where it wasn't asked for.
If possible, I'd like everybody to start carrying restraint of some kind. Rope, shackles, whatever you can. At least if we do put them down, we can at least restrain them for the time, until they get proper healing.
So if you want to knock out somebody, that's perfectly fine. I think many of you know how to use your weapons. The problem of the matter is some of them were, best way I can word it, is finished off, as in they were down and someone decided to jam a weapon into them. And yes, I do in fact have visual of that. In fact, unfortunately, I am now being told certain people are being called. So what I need you guys to do for me, before I am apparently being shown a helmet and multiple other things. I cannot stress to you how hard I am trying to keep you all from getting fucking killed right now. To anyone who is willing to verbally tell me that in fact the man on the floor was not kicked or beaten when he was down, I need you to come up to me and I need you to tell me so I can take down your name. Unless no one is
Considering
willing.
I was the one of the main ones that fought him. Victor Valkyrian.
Yep.
Just a moment.
You're good. Well, he does that. Let us work on that restraint. We'll start off nice. Let's please start off with foundation. But if we see you need work, I'm going to tell you we'll probably get you over to Valor. Because they need our help. As much as we are trying to rebuild with them.
Thank you, both of you.
We just got a call from Luma. In his hands, he is carrying the helmet from Ferdinand, the one that they kicked in.
Oh my.
What?
I heard that they were denying all allegations on this, so we had to pull a few strings to get that helmet out.
Do me a favor. Laluma is up in the tower. If you guys want to report to her right quick, just so we can go ahead and get this going, we are going to be striving to make sure that we are using everyone available to help in the cleanup efforts and anything that is needed to make sure that this does not happen again.
Atlas.
We just got off of the
This
call
seems
with her
like someone,
over Link
to my
Pearl, and
knowledge,
she's
someone
told
is
us to
trying
come
to
find
frame
you.
us Avengers
And you may
for
not
causing
remember
this
me,
mess.
but I am one of the knights that were
person.
there
Highly likely.
right
Highly
nearby the
likely.
body with the Avengers that day.
Understood.
If you would like me to point out some
trying to
faces.
help defend the city. However,
Yes.
it may have
Do
just
you
gotten
recognize
out
who
of hand.
actually did it?
People get
Yes.
bloodthirsty.
It was ultimately a chaotic
I
mess.
can recognize the
Any
people who
number
were
of
nearby.
details can be embellished.
Alright.
Is the Warrior of Light around as well?
He
is wandered off at the moment. I have already confronted him
Before
about
that,
the situation.
you know,
Just to confirm, he
they
didn't
were
lay a
kind
hand
of-
on the wife.
He was holding her.
Yeah, we gotta be
proceeded to
watched
yell
by
at
what we
her,
say.
and then
But now that since that's changed into Merrick,
He was trying to calm her the entire time until he yelled at her.
Inclined to believe
He
that
did not
our
lay a
knights
hand
here,
on her physically,
they saw something.
at least in a violent way.
It seems like, oh,
You're welcome.
So who was?
it's the wording
Who was
of
around the man?
Pointing out faces.
hearsay. There we go. Hearsay or
There's
something like that. Like
Bunny,
she
Bunny in
said
the
he's,
back.
she said that, he said that. You know.
Garland here.
The way to find out is technically with
This
what
man
they
right
know.
here, and her right
Yeah,
here.
because I was. Yeah, 'cause I need
From what I
more
remember.
info on this because I wasn't there.
Hermie.
Wait, which one?
Yes, you.
Can someone explain to me a dented-in helmet?
I do know one of the gleaners was with that man.
Did you report up to Luluma? Ask her about the restoration process. I think the paperwork should be ready.
Anyone?
I don't recall aiming for his head when I was swinging at him.
This is not most damage of a blade, of a hammer. This is damage of a boot.
By the way, out of character, she DC'd. She had a respawn. Amber. She was the one that kicked the helmet in, so I can't point out.
Oh,
Mm.
Says anyone know? You're not gonna get. I do not know what the situation is gonna be. I just need you to know that if I can't give Luluma some kind of an answer, it's not looking good. Anyone know anything?
If it is helpful from my side, I can give a recount of what I had seen.
Alright, I was told that Aster was healing him.
Well, I have seen a few people twist his arm behind his back, drag him physically upwards, kick him in the head, stab him, and cause multiple other injuries while he was pleading for his life.
Hold on. Let them finish. Let them
He
finish.
proceeded to plead constantly for his life until his last breath. Then I had walked away with the wife, with another guard beside me. But I had been with the wife the entire time.
And you have complete faith in visual accounting. If we were to ask any of the other guards, they would report the same.
Yes, correct.
I have chemical on my side. Well, I walked up, having everybody right there, see right here. Them two were healing as well, and then came back. Started saying, you know, tell my wife this and that, and then he just was gone from his wounds, and no one kicked him, no one literally punched him, nobody put his hand back.
Then why can I ask any of the other guards nearby about this? Why is this helmet dented in?
The helmet I do
Nobody
not know,
kicked
but
him.
he was pleading for
Like,
the safety of his
yeah.
wife when his final breath, and we were reassuring him that she was safe.
Hmm. I don't think we're getting anywhere with this.
Is it okay? Thank you so much for this. Is it okay if I just talk to them right quick? If you want to go outside for a moment?
Yes, I can report to Miss Luma.
Go right ahead.
Bam. I'm gonna say this right now. That whole description, bullshit. In no way, shape, or form. Because
It's a
when
lie.
I came back around,
He was dead before they arrived.
There was no doubt there.
There's a lot of factors here. It was It was a large,
Process
chaotic
to
pitched
become an
battle
Ishgardian knight.
in a major city.
It's not
Any
like... Don't stop talking to me.
Let him...
For a moment.
apologies.
It is a tough process. You don't exactly find corrupt Ishgardian knights. In fact, the only time they run is whenever... Hell, most of them don't even run when dragons are about to eat them.
Mm-hmm.
What I need to understand is why the guards would just all lie. Because I
mean, they're...
I feel none of them are going to satisfy you.
There's one in my mind that is a complete and utter stretch that could most likely just be, you know, not really appropriate to mention. But when that explosion or whatever happened, that red light that happened in that prison, was it entirely contained in that prison, or did the entirety of Ishgard just witness it?
It was reported that it came from the prison.
So one day, Joe Schmo's tending to his calf or something, and he looks up at the sky, and suddenly there's a big red light shining above the entire city of Ishgard. If I'm understanding that right.
No.
It was just in the prison.
About a week
Just
ago,
within
you
the
had
prison.
described it as a
There's so much.
It was within
wave
the
of red
prison.
light passing over the city.
It was within the prison, and then it shot up to the sky.
And then it shot up to the sky.
That's where it was seen.
I don't know. Maybe anybody who witnessed it just caught a little bit of tempering. And nobody caught onto it.
Doesn't happen that way.
It's a bold claim, which is why I said it's very much inappropriate for the current situation. But that is quite literally the only thing that could even remotely explain why all of a sudden we're like had him strung up by his arm, kicked him in the face a bunch of times, and stabbed him after he was already pretty much down and out. No, there's absolutely no way, shape, or form, because I'm pretty sure if any of us here were to even remotely do something like that to anybody we were fighting that weren't, you know, clearly deserving of said treatment, even if they were, I'm pretty sure any of us would have stepped in to be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Right? Am I wrong to think that?
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. If anyone else has anything else, I am genuinely listening.
Well, if I had to add on
Master,
something.
You said I have some that apparently won't satisfy me. I'm listening.
I saw one of them bury their axe in his neck, trying to put him out of his misery. He was pleading for the safety
One
of
of the
his
guards?
wife. No, one of our own.
Thank you.
Considering my role in the battle, all I could do was attempt to mitigate damage
Let
as much as
Master
I could.
finish.
Oh, sorry.
One of the
Apologies.
healers had already established that there was not going to be any means of saving him via magic, and goodness knows at that point there's little help trying to save him with any sort of traditional medicine.
So he was already gone at that point.
Yes.
Yes,
We
his
were
wounds were
simply there to try
too...
and witness his passing.
I can confirm.
Okay. Mind you, as you can see, some of these reports were incorrect. Reason why I'm trying to talk to all of you is because I need to know which ones are true, which ones are not. The death of a couple of these prisoners, not good, but when you're fighting people who are tempered, things happen. I get that. I'm not looking at all of you like you're morons or murderers. I just need to understand. So I am beyond without sleep. So, problem is, some of these are true, and I'm being told that they're not. And we need to make sure that when we speak to these guards, they understand. And we still are trying to figure out the situation with this wife, which, luckily, you all won't have to deal with. At least, I hope not. We're trying. Obviously, money and stuff isn't going to help, but maybe you guys helping with the town and furthering the investigation of these vanished people will help put some people at ease. Alright. Okay. I heard a little bit of the meeting you were doing. Good. Keep that up. Talk to each other. Communication, teamwork. We're gonna be putting up some work soon. Actually, probably later today. Missions on the board. We'll put a full update of what they exactly are and discuss them all with you. We need to get to the center of these investigations for this vanishing, and we're at the point where we have some places where some of this tempering may possibly be occurring. If we can attack it before the town is assaulted and get some information on ones that have already happened, that'd be good. Also, I am officially signed on to the guild, so I will be one of your higher-ups. Not the leader, that's still Illuma, but it's what I've already been doing anyways, right? Now it's just official on paper. Alright, I am going to go speak to Illuma. If she comes down here, hopefully it'll be in a calmer mood. Please. Has anyone already gone to go check on Ryder? What's his current state?
We'll check on him. Me and Ren have something to discuss as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Prepare yourselves. Horth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Anyone get any reports on anything related to?
Probably don't.
Any reports on the Rangers? Anyone here see anything? Notice anything odd?
No. Last I saw of any of them was custom assault.
Oh, that's fine. That's good in my ears. Less of those fucking helmeted morons, the better. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Was simply going to offer my assistance in speaking with Lady Luluma. Back up, if you would.
Remember my metaphor? Glass?
Yes.
Alright.
If you need me to tag along for that, then...
I'm pretty sure if any more men walk up there, they might end up exploded. If you'd like to come.
Yes, I can handle it.
Man, this bullshit.
I know I was trying to mitigate the damage during the whole battle as much as I could for both sides. I know that tempering is curable. I was wanting to make sure that that the enemy was subdued, not killed.
Go somewhere else to discuss.
Sure, I may have the only weapon I had was the knife that laid on Zai's thighs. That was all I had for actual self-defense in case they came after me. But
yeah, and that's exactly the point. Everything we did was out of complete self-defense because
self-defense and the defensive Ishgard itself.
Just lay back and let them fucking kill us, and then let them blow up the fucking city or whatever they were trying to do there?
I don't know.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah, okay.
the problem doesn't strive from us defending ourselves. The problem strives from the fact that people were killing after they incapacitated. Along with that, a lot of people were doing stuff that they shouldn't have been doing after an enemy is incapacitated.
Some kind of battle rage?
Unless
I
they
don't.
are active. It could be battle rage, it could be the red mist over them, it could be pure bloodline. I don't know, but it needs to be reined in and it needs to be checked. Because we're not murderers, we're adventurers. When we start killing indiscriminately for no reason, that's where problems arise like this. Somebody's husband was murdered who committed a petty crime and was about to be released from jail. And now they are dead. Unless we are fighting pure heartless bandits that want to do nothing but cause chaos and harm, then we have a right to kill. But these were regular people who did not have control over their mind and body. That is why this is such a big problem. No matter how much reasoning or trying to make it seem like we were doing the right thing will change people's minds about what happened to this man. What happened to a lot of them. I understand that in the heat of battle, sometimes the red fog comes over you. Sometimes you have no other reason to kill.
Great, we'll grab that.
That is why discipline needs to be had. I know some of us aren't as disciplined as others. Some of us have served in proper militaries, myself included, but some of us haven't.
Shifted back a bit. And people have their own ways of dealing with things. For the most part, what I saw,
Things have been not fun down here.
How are you holding up?
everybody seemed to have just been doing things, I guess, normally. I don't know how you describe it.
I don't
know.
know.
The whole when they went down, and we have people fucking decapitating wherever the fuck they were doing. I mean, that's a whole other issue. Yes, that is an issue. At least now that we know that they were all prisoners that were going to be released soon for petty crimes.
But none of us could have known that, considering most of them were armed and armored. But that is something we're going to have to start looking at.
Definitely strong. Like, there were at least 3 to 4 of us fighting one at a time.
They were moving as though they were trained knights.
That is part of the tempering. The tempering has the ability to modify people's mind. If they are able to implant memories and skills into them, they certainly can.
Yeah.
Bigger problem. The problem is this from going on. Unless we are dealing with dedicated bandits, murderers, and marauders, do not go for kills. If anything, just like back in Costa del Sol, when we saw those bandits, we were able to capture a few of them. I personally had to kill a few of them because my life was in. That is why I'm saying from now on, anybody, it doesn't matter where we go, who we interact with, who we fight, we should start carrying some form of restraint on us. Whether it's a rope, bindings of some kind, anything. That way we do deal with tempered...
Shock collars.
One thing.
No.
The other issue that I have is there were a couple of them. Okay, so what about the ones that could go invisible and were going around with those sickles or whatever? Fucking
those are a different story entirely. They appear to be some form of leader in this. They have control over these minor ones.
Well, them and I guess the white chocobos or silver chocobos or whatever, being some sort of rallying.
But we can't discourage the fact that even they might be individuals who are tempered and against a will. Everything from this point we have to treat as though it is a civilian that is mind controlled.
There are too many factors at play to be making assumptions.
Okay.
Unless the situation.
The only counter argument I'll put against to that is we can try that until one of us winds up with our head in a stick. Then what?
Like Nib said, if it is our lives or their, please do what you must to prevent your own. But if we are fighting and we are able to incapacitate, please do so. I'm not saying let them choke your life out. Please, put a knife in their throat or in their head to kill them quickly. Just don't let them suffer if you have to kill them. Like that man was.
No needless suffering.
No needless suffering, no
Wait a
needless
second.
death.
If I had to say this, his helmet was not dented when he leaned over.
Yeah. I saw.
Somebody did this.
Because
Somebody set us up.
it's because
Yeah.
no. Somebody had said that somebody was, even after he was down, and possibly after he had died, somebody was kicking him and abusing the body after.
Nobody
That is
did.
where this problem
From
comes.
what I saw.
From what you said.
Now we're playing a game of he
There
said,
were
she
there
said.
were over a dozen heads there. A dozen people, all looking in separate directions, doing separate things. I know at the time this was probably happening, I was addressing the newcomers and Neb who had just arrived on scene.
I believe I was with you.
So I never saw any of it. I had glanced over in that general direction. I saw guards consoling a woman. I saw what looked like a few people hovering around a body. I don't know exactly what happened. I'm not in
That's what I walked up. That's what I had approached when I turned back around and saw Ryder trying to fucking talk her down.
This is a very messy
Somebody-
situation. Dozens of
Yeah, it is.
eyes, but no conclusive answer. There's somebody is not talking up in fear of their own life or being in trouble. Or this was a matter of heat of the battle and hysteria. Because obviously the woman is very much in a pant. The woman who's claiming that we butchered her husband is claiming that we did stuff when we didn't. There was hysteria, there was panic, there was shock. How many times have you gone up to somebody after being in a battle only to see their loved ones dead on the ground and them trying to blame something that wasn't there? Far too common of a thing. That is why I'm saying, unless it is absolutely necessary, do not kill, we do not maim, torture.
Exactly.
We leave those things to the proper authorities and the people who were paid to do such a thing. Not monsters or adventurers.
Mitigate the
Restrain if you
damage
can,
as much
kill
as you
if
can.
can't.
Mitigate the
understand it
damage,
might be a bit of a
provide
thing from
aid
the
and
other
succor where needed.
Oh, this isn't even a principle of something from the other world. I mean, I get it, yeah, but I also have a odd feeling in my gut that there's something a little bit more going on that we're kind of not seeing yet, or that we
doesn't
might
matter
see.
at this
But
point. It does not matter at this point. We are the ones that have the spy glasses looking. Everybody is going to be judging us from this point on. There's no say that we can give them to change their mind.
Actions.
We do it with actions, not words.
My thoughts exactly.
Like I said
Okay.
earlier, it's not just thin ice with Lulama. It's with everyone here in Ishgard and potentially the rest of Eorzea. Heroes will look up to us. When they see us doing deprived things like that, they start to look at us more critically on everything. Trust me, when I heard tell of the Warrior of Light being Nanamo's killer, I couldn't believe it. I wanted his head just as much as everybody. But when I found out that it was part of the syndicate who did it afterwards, it changed my whole perspective. Even after all the good he did, I still looked at him through a looking. Every action he did. It wasn't until I finally did meet him that I learned that he's a little more reasonable guy.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens the next time any of us step foot in Ishgard. Because I guarantee you it... Look, I'm pretty damn sure that we step foot in there, we try to help out, try to clean up, try to rebuild, blah, blah, blah. And people are just going to look at us and tell us, go fuck yourselves, we don't want you.
Then do that.
Okay.
Leave. Do not interact with those people. Do not cause more of a scene. Do not cause more problems.
Good.
Do not try to convince other people that we are doing good. Show them that we are doing good. Do action. Find people who do need help and give them your help.
That's why I intend to go to Foundation as soon as I can.
Exactly. More people that we can prove that we're here to do more help than harm, the more the people will start to trust us.
I'm only one Lawbrin. I only have one set of eyes. Of course I wasn't going to know everything that happened. Even my memories on the precise details of what happened are hazy at best.
Again, nobody's going to blame you if you did something out of the heat of battle. If the battle was finished, your adrenaline was wearing off, someone did something, that is where problems will happen.
Exactly. The heat of battle, anything can happen. I've even had Schemingway lash out at me during the heat of, well, trying to clear out a full nest of grenades. But what matters is after the battle.
The fact that we're dealing with temperate here makes this problem a whole lot worse.
Besides that and this whole politics shit going on. Let's hated that, but whatever. Okay, fine.
Yay, politics!
Funny enough, we never left the politics bullshit. Because everywhere we went...
And we're still in there. We're still in politics. Don't worry.
Even when we were enjoying ourselves at the beach, politics was still with us.
Tried to? I'm assuming you have, but...
Give what a shot, that's the problem. Not that many things.
After all, you and I still have that favor from Gigaruju, correct?
Fuck it, ignore it.
I do.
No.
I do as well.
Because I'm part of the Wirelights party.
Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh my god.
So,
Kinda...
fortunately, that's something that I can have... No, I cannot say no to, so... Yep. And so Nabothka have their talk, and I'm guessing they start speaking with Luma now?
Yes.
I would imagine.
Okay.
I believe Aster is with him.
Like I told, I'm still gonna call you Butter.
I swear to God, it's not Bada! It's Zenyatta!
Zenyatta?
Zenyatta, Butter, same thing.
Zendaya.
It's on purpose. You know it's on purpose, right? It's
I'm going to punch him in the dick.
What is wrong with my arm
Don't do that, I need that.
Huh?
Armor joints being strange with you, I see. What?
What? Huh?
Yeah, I am small enough.
Anyways.
No, I said it's small enough, okay?
Atlas.
At least you're willing to admit it.
I'm not going
I pray that...
I'm not going to go back into
can't
the story where I bet an entire village.
What?
Wow. Damn.
Well,
This
Don't
was
wanna
in the
listen to that
past.
one.
You would have never known of this
Now
unless
we
I
need
said
that
it.
story. Now we need that
You're
story.
not
now.
getting it
Well, now
now.
you said it.
Look, I appreciate the attempts to lighten
Yes,
the mood,
I'm gonna go
but we need to do something.
No.
You see? You see? You see?
No,
I told you.
Alright.
You'll hear it.
My plan?
when I'm
Go to
absolutely
Foundation,
blown off my
help
ass,
out where I
that's what
can.
hear, and good
Getting a
luck with
machinist job stone is a far, far
If I
tertiary
don't
concern.
ever hear it, you're gonna get the nub.
Not that I am certain it would do too much. I appreciate
sure
you
the most.
attempting to shift the blame to yourself. After all, it was not long ago that Garleans were the mortal enemy of pretty much everybody in Eorzea. Hell's practically the entire star.
Oh, keep her held back.
But she'll jump. Oh, she'll jump so. See?
And she'd.
I couldn't dare.
But times are different now.
See Ryder be
But
When they know who could potentially be at fault, it's easier to go for that than trying to blame the boogeyman, whose empire has fallen.
No.
Of course.
If the empire, if the Garlean Empire was still around, this would probably be an easier situation. We could just blame Garlemald for unleashing an icon or whatever. Or that was what you called it, if I leave it in a report.
And at this point, it's all compromised.
Icons, yes.
Yes. Icon, primal, imperfect summoning.
Much saying to it. The only thing I can give is guidance.
That's fine.
Savages. Beasts.
It was a mess, yes.
What have you?
But, I mean, okay, maybe next time when I
What have you?
Yeah, I had to
But
deal with my own mess.
things are more complicated.
So, not that.
I
But
couldn't. The reason being I told her that. The real reason.
Whenever we mention something
I could see the rage in her eyes.
likely it's going to be a whole
I was nowhere near her. I could have attempted to console her, but it's possible she could have seen me as a potential target if I was saying that I was the one trying to organize, trying to strategize the battle, keep people apprised of enemies behind them.
When they came in fully armored with martial skills that could rival an army and extremely durable.
I saw the suffering in her eyes.
And of course, the one guy
Cries.
who was literally gutting, like ripping his
I
entrails
could
out,
hear
but then
this
causing himself to
forever.
grow
This
in
will be
size
running
every time
through
he did it.
my
That was
great,
yeah.
rent
As soon as all
free.
of that shit starts going down, I'm like, okay,
No clarity.
there's no
Nothing.
way.
A woman loses her husband,
False
the
clarity.
person she is sharing an eternal bond with,
I was under the assumption that
to us,
with what they had done,
ultimately
how
to
the
us.
entire attack was
A
carried
tempering
out,
can
how
be
planned
reversed.
and
I don't actually remember the specifics of how, but they can be reverted.
they're all pretty much well and truly gone.
Believe
And
something
if
to
they
do with
were
diamonds.
somehow
As
cured
the
of it,
reports
that
are
they
to
would
be
most likely be so
believed.
irreversibly altered.
The magical effects of emotion.
That
was my
a lot
thought
of the case.
Yes.
So you are partially
I imagine it's easier to utilize
what we learned
Dynamis
from the
now.
temple is that
Zodiark was the shield of pure ether, stopping Dynamis from being, well, easily permeating Aetheris, and thus ultimately preventing the final days.
Now, that's a different story. It's more about length. Length and the conduit. Which is interesting. Tempering
no idea what the conduit is.
Tempering.
The main
For
fact-
years, I couldn't bear. I just couldn't bear to see her suffer.
So
I understand that.
From what Neb said, because I
That's
asked
why
Neb, like,
I took blame.
it started.
I
It
couldn't
started
bear to
from
have their
You wanted
warriors
her.
like be
Started
took
from the prison.
blamed for a monster.
somebody, something,
bear to
somehow,
see
not
us
something, somebody,
sullied
or
image
whatever in
be
that
forever
prison.
tainted.
Or
I can
I
understand
couldn't
that.
exactly remember the whole battle.
Sent in as a
It was
chosen force,
chaotic.
I guess.
A heat of battle is eternally chaotic. Even from where I was standing, a perch above, trying to at least survey the whole battle.
Started from the prison and shot
My head
all
is
the way
not
out
on a
into the
swivel.
sky of Ishgard.
I am not an owl.
which could lead to mass hysteria. Which could probably entail that
Mass
tempering could have
I
happened.
lived more.
I was
More
under the idea
battles.
that
Ease yourself on.
More.
So Ishgard has been
Conquests.
basically rebuilding ever since the Dragon's War.
I can remember.
What matters is we stay calm. Offer aid and succor wherever we can, no matter if they ask for it or dislike us.
It was where the prisoners were. Now, don't kid me. I don't know how.
That's why when I go to Foundation, I am taking a full green carrot from the infirmary. Anyone that is suffering, anyone that needs it, I will tear a chunk off of the carrot and hand it to them.
Depending on who you ask.
Even if they're hungry,
Good idea.
if they're cold,
From what we
or just
know,
need something.
That prison was like, I don't know if it got some of it got caved in or no, it was barricaded, right?
If I'm
whoever was
to,
down there
if I'm
barricaded
to,
and they were
you
waiting
know,
for it to get
uphold
cleaned out,
the
and
name that the Adventuring Guild has
I'm
given me
assuming some
of
us
Saving
are
Way,
hanging out now, either we're in
then
this
I need to
fucking
do what
building
I need to perform my namesake however I can.
But we were supposed to, when some of us went back into Ishtar, besides helping clean the place up and build, some of us were going to take part
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm slowly adopting more and more Loporrit names to replace Scheming Way, Fixing Way, Mending Way, Healing
Then I'll tell you
Way,
what, I'm pretty sure with
Saving
Johnson
Way.
coming up, since we're going to be helping rebuild it, we'll probably be
With this, I don't know whether or not I'd become Shooting Way, or Aiming Way, or whatever.
One of the cells was actually,
Or at least the Loporrit who's best at it. It does not mean I'm the best at it overall.
Yes.
But again, that's if they even allow us to go down
Honestly,
now being who we are.
Stealing way doesn't mean you're a bad guy.
Less than
Exactly.
There's no.
It's the name I was brandished with. It's essentially a corrupted version of my original name.
Probably not right now.
aid,
Well, recruiting always.
Means you're also a cunning
You can go try your
and
luck over there.
capable.
I just don't appreciate getting
Veteran.
vehemently blamed and
The mind is the strongest muscle I have available to me.
on my name just for
Magic is a different matter.
It's the.
fuck you. Like, oh, I just happened to save your entire fucking livelihood from getting absolutely utterly destroyed. But okay, sure, fine. Sorry, I don't take kindly to people. I understand the woman was grieving, she's widowed, I get it.
A woman is in hysterics. Her eternal bond is broken. Of course you will look for someone to blame.
The man you referred to earlier is the man who was giving us.
I know any time a Loporrit was accidentally killed, either by an accident in Westways Burrows, or via rogue grenades, or thinkers, or whatever else exists on the moon, Loving Way felt the grief every single time.
I did see him from here. I wouldn't really have any specific bias. You were just all people that I could party around with and work with and have fun with.
He said himself he had formed an eternal bond with life itself. As silly as it sounded to a lot of the Loporrits, including me. But he took it to heart.
And you may call me.
Normally when they're there, that means the party.
When it comes to feral animals, he only grieved, well, if I were to have an estimate, about 70% of one that talked.
They didn't take kindly to us.
He knew that they were just animals, that they were just trying their hardest to survive, but he was still sad to see another piece of ether return to the live stream.
Who started calling me this?
Someone's got to point the finger. Unfortunately, sometimes.
I feel like Living Way would be inconsolable, considering what happened there.
To face it. I remember the last time where we will basically.
Which is why I'm going to try my best to make sure that he doesn't cry.
Duchy. Which did not happen.
If he was in Cardinal.
Right,
If he was in any conflict.
If he was aware of what happened,
a few minutes ago.
It's in the past.
he may have given the orders for the Exodus then and there.
Quite significant.
Living Way wouldn't have listened, but it would have said everything.
Around the corner. Also, Atlas, I need you to
talk her down a little bit.
Yes, please. Don't let me keep you.
He loves life. He loves Ferris.
Good luck.
And I can only imagine how much he wept when I was banished.
Okay. No, what's the good news? What's the bad news?
I'm going to go get a carrot.
Well, you could ask her.
You take care of yourself. I'll pack my stuff.
Oh.
As soon as possible.
Greetings. I'm going to the infirmary real quick.
Well, she's up and walking, so I assume the
I think ultimately a number of us are going to want to take some time to go and help the people of this world to try to build up some goodwill, and I believe another party.
No, this wasn't the infirmary. This is the other. This is simply the cooking station. This is a simple quarters. An infirmary of only 3 beds for a camp this large? That would be just untenable.
Fair enough.
My sister's a beer.
There, I stored them in there. There they are. Red, green, blue. And 1 orange. I assume the rest of the other orange carrots are in stockpile. I may need to leave my gun, my firearm. But I'm here to provide aid, not a potential threat.
Don't mind me asking, what are curses to you then?
Curses are things that are basically put onto a bind that can change you
Hi, Schemingway.
Hello.
mentally, physically, or just
Now you're holding up.
things you have
I'm
to deal
holding
with.
a whole green
With mine,
carrot,
it's a
and I plot
generational
to go to
curse of
Foundation.
a person that wanted our entire bloodline gone. And he kidnapped my
I
mother
guess
and
I'm scheming
abused,
to go to Foundation then.
taking her body, and, well, yeah, when she got it
Are you
back,
talking about Yarrow?
a change had happened.
Hmm.
I was not going to say his name, but yes.
I'll do my best to provide whatever.
Each thing can be different. Some can
There's
be
only so
magical,
much space on my
some
back.
genetical. But it's, in the end, same way you think a curse would be.
Just wanted
You
to
can
make
help.
sure since it is a different
At the very
world.
least, you can help by holding on to my
Where I come
firearm.
from, if I were in the cold right now, snow would be freezing.
I can only have
Here,
one big thing on my back at a time.
my body can't handle the cold.
Yeah, no, that's another big thing about coming through that portal. It completely
Plus,
changes
considering
our
the
magic
circumstances,
pools
probably
to
not a good
fit
look.
this world.
But if
No.
things get
A full armored Garlean walking back in after it was known he was participating in the
They
battle.
have something on the other side they use for their magic.
I may have been spotted in the battle, but considering I never fought, I was simply just trying to talk.
It's really
It could be
fascinating
leaded that I was a
like,
simple
how they're
civilian.
able to come here and they're able to adapt to our mode of existence, so to say. Like, you would think that
The only thing I worry in that case is if I encounter another Loperid in Foundation, and they undermine my efforts.
Bitch, rune of death, my friend. I'm kind of pissed.
Should also adapt.
I'm not sure they would, not in such a public spot. More likely, we just live and let live with each other.
If you were to put something in a,
then ignore them.
say an etheric
Continue
void
to
that
help the
slowly, basically.
The only ones I know I can't ignore are Loving Way, Living Way, and Warring Way.
I'm more or less just trying to realize something that is going to be very...
But if it's anyone else,
There's no
Really?
point,
they're irrelevant.
unless they require aid as well.
We'll be back in a moment.
I may be banished, but I am not abandoning my fellows.
Secret sibling conversations.
I admire your loyalty.
I know I can never go back to the Burrows, but I'll do everything I can to still see it prosper. One way or another. Maybe one day they'll let me back in.
Yeah, you can determine it's bad, but
Maybe one day they'll forgive me for for what Cookingway framed me for.
destroys your soul. No afterlife, no moving on from that. You are just
I'm
gone.
so glad for you, all that came from Ferris. Your guys' world is so much easier to explain and understand. Mine is like clusterfuck.
There was no way I was actually stealing carrots. Cookingway framed me. There was an agenda. I know it. But that's irrelevant right now. Once the situation's resolved, mayhap I can share the story properly with you. Or you can get the story from Kinix.
Your world,
I'm sorry you
wasn't treated respectfully among your guardians, so I fucked off.
At the very least, Bestways Burrows wasn't thrown into a civil war. That much I am grateful for.
I hear bad things.
But then again, that was never a throne to take. Just a position of Livingway. And she has been in that position for about, including cryogenic sleep, since the third astral era.
Seek redemption.
Honestly, I'm not sure whether or not I seek redemption or to take over the boroughs myself. But being here for a long while has pushed me towards the forced option more and more.
Oh yeah, no, he
Redemption or retribution.
And I know retribution is what that woman is wanting.
The people there, some of them are very kind, some of them are very strange, and some of them are very, very violent.
You guys would not understand this entirely.
I know that there is that saying. It is easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. For stealing, that's more understandable than for killing.
Okay, I haven't heard about that one.
Stealing a mere object has no gravity. Has no gravitas.
Taking an object is a different matter to taking a life.
Drawings of the stars from over there, so I don't actually have to go.
If I were to take a life myself, Lovingway would never forgive me. And Lovingway and Warringway are the only two Loperates I still like anymore. Livingway, I know I just can't ignore.
You know, well, I suppose.
Sometimes,
Yes, got us to the hunt.
from my experiences,
Hasn't seen it before. She wants to go.
killing is all I've ever known.
You're a soldier in an army.
Yes.
You have orders.
I had nothing to contribute because I had no
You either kill or be killed.
One way or another.
Want to explore?
That's why Warringway was devoted to simply the, well, defense of the boroughs, rather than going out to try and conquer the rest of Mare Lamentorum, or try to take the fight to Zodiark himself. Livingway made sure of that. No. Warringway wouldn't stand a chance. Warringway is a powerful operate. He's strong. He's got martial prowess. He could match you. Could. But will he? That's a different matter. There's a size difference to consider. What many things are happening, but but we are off track. If there is going to be an expedition to go to Foundation to provide aid, succor, reparation, anything, I will be at the forefront. You can be certain of it.
A bunch of people with information that I don't want to accidentally hurt their heads entirely.
If I'm going to uphold my name given to me by the guild in a loving fashion, then I know I need to do something.
Alright.
But
with a spider from space.
And I am not going to fight anyone. Anyone tries to raise them voices at me, anyone tries to attack me, I will simply attempt to calm them down. I am not harming a civilian of Ishgard. I am not going to cause a ruckus with the Knights of Ishgard. I will provide aid and make sure everything is fixed as much as I can.
And is that affecting anything?
Is a very nice night.
I'm curious now.
Warning.
I don't have tools to detect
It may cost you your
energy,
life.
so I wouldn't be able to tell.
If I know that an attack is not going to let up, I'll flee.
There's one known as Arcala City. It actually has an 8th right there, from what I've seen so far.
There was a
Redemption is
story.
one thing, but laying down your life for a cause is quite another.
Like I said, there is stuff from Atheris
There was a story I heard years ago.
Just yet.
Family
statement from my
who
own
were rather
I'll get curious when I have to.
loyal
Anyway.
to Van Balesong.
come over well.
Yes, I recall the reports of Gaius.
And they were stunned and they were stoned.
Potentially a boost to the head.
Let's say someone
Oh.
from another mirror of an Eorzea from a different area we come from.
For
They walk into
this
here. It's
this
like,
child,
I guess, getting
the woman named Fordo,
strained
she
and
watched her
purified
father
in
die.
some sort of way. It's like, just basically have fun getting aether sickness and a whole different version of aether just moved into your body.
Became consumed by hatred and rage.
So how are you, oh, never mind.
I can understand that. Despair can overtake a person very, very easily. The final days proved that handily.
Wish I could contribute more.
It's one of my favorite happy things right there. It's all one.
No matter how bleak things get.
They talk in a way that is so fun to listen to.
Oh, they saw the aftermath.
I adore them.
You have a chance.
Maybe, mayhaps. I don't know.
She's nearly dark night.
But I'm going to try and do all I can. And if you're asked to leave, you do so.
Was she the one that called me a bitch in the first 5 minutes?
If I'm to toil to Ishgard alone, then so be it.
Cernia is now a reaper.
Saving way doesn't mean I need to save lives. Saving reputation can be just as enough.
She's a bitch.
But if anything goes wrong, I am coming in there to save you. I will have all my life.
It is likely a lot of the guild will share that sentiment. And I thank all of you for it.
Dragono is something else. Cerny is a complete asshole, and then there's one more that I haven't met.
So, if I am asked to leave, I won't be far.
Dragono's a mech pilot?
My head's gonna explode. Stop.
Just throws a link pearl over to Schemingway.
We already have the guild link pearls. We already have the guild link pearls.
I've been better for it. My mental state has gotten
I
so
think
much
he almost
better.
stepped on you.
Oops. This one's due.
I'm 24
He almost backed up into you.
If anything goes wrong, I'll know.
Yeah, I'm older than you. How do you think I feel?
Fine. Fine.
Yes, she
But
went for
only
a
as a
walk.
last resort.
She went for a walk that way.
But yes, let us inquire with the others. Please.
Very well.
Enough that I dealt with people that could make things from the
That was on
that was experience.
Evil dead.
Features of that.
Are you alright?
Hello. Hello there.
Holding up alright?
Hello, Scheming.
I know, sir.
We got some good information about the other side earlier, which is very intriguing.
I wouldn't be surprised if at some point you're asked to go through and glean whatever you can.
I'm so sorry.
I fucking
We're
hope not. I
dreading
don't
the
want to go
day.
to any
We're
portals.
dreading the day, but we know
I
we
know I
probably
need to
will.
step through the portal myself at some point.
Best of luck.
And it was, they were up at the edge of the
Yes. After what we just heard, and if it's been collaborated, it might be a full
To be
expedition.
honest, I envy you guys for Ryder.
I feel sorry for you all, because now it's like...
I know I'm plotting to head to Foundation, provide aid succor wherever I can.
She's now like in our world causing...
I've taken a full green
Yes.
carrot from the infirmary, and I've lended my gun to the Guardian, which
I'm kind of angry.
I am ashamed to admit I have forgotten his name.
There's something going on in my world now. Apparently...
I unfortunately seem to have a habit of forgetting a lot of people's names.
Names are hard. It's understandable.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was something to do with the whole operation. What now? Slate.
Name's Slate.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Honestly, stick around here and read a book.
I don't know if you're also planning to head to Foundation. You're both healers. Of course.
Yes, we do have plans to go help any way we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Obtaining a jobstone from Skysteel Manufactory is a far tertiary concern for me for this visit. Providing aid and succor wherever I can, and making sure that Ishgard or whoever else doesn't come down upon us
It's still just
like a horde of grenades.
I realize you guys are simultaneously
Yes, I do.
space age,
hope well for the
the internet.
adventures here, so that's why we were heading over ourselves. Since we also kind of were mixed up in the whole thing too.
Of course. I am ashamed to
aid and also gather materials.
I am ashamed to say I am only one lawbread. I am only one set of eyes. I don't know every extent of what happened during that battle. All I was making sure was making sure that you guys weren't attacked from behind, making sure healers knew who to go for.
This one was very helpful.
Unfortunately, I was unable to stop people from doing whatever finishing blows were apparently occurring on the Tempered. Considering the battle was pitched enough,
I want to put into perspective here.
without trying to get in the way between someone's axe and another person's neck.
Years to find a book about what I am.
The knife I got from Zai was purely for my own self-defense, in case one of them went after me.
Understandable.
And it, well,
Yes, it's-
even then, it still felt too big for my hand.
Well,
I think 25
well,
years to
it's
learn
something
about
to
biology
defend
is goddamn
with.
ridiculous.
It is
so
something
it's
to defend. Yeah. Mayhap if I put in enough a good word, let people know about Schemingway or Savingway or whatever name is used that refers to me.
It's weird enjoying the snow for once. I don't like it, but I'm somehow...
That at least they know that at least one good person is among the guild.
Some kind of
If anything.
Mhm.
To not know that we're all just a bunch of psychopaths that get lost in the bloodlust.
Yeah.
And I know we aren't. After all, we're sitting here talking about what to do, and not just talking about, ooh, how are we going to decapitate the Rangers of Light? No, we're not doing that. If it is us versus, if it's us or them, that's a different matter entirely. But as it stands, our main goal is mainly to get the Rangers to step down.
But yes, if you are heading that way, perhaps we can head together.
We can make
Whatever
a
you
party,
decide.
head over to Foundation, and I already promised Slate that I would end up at the forefront.
She has her memories.
At this stage, it's my duty as Schemingway.
She just doesn't have them yet. It's confusing. I'm trying to help.
Alright.
And while I may not have the magical Aether capabilities that you two have with your new lifts and your astrologian globe, I at least still have a whole green carrot. Free carrots.
It's the effort that counts.
There are 2 other full carrots in the infirmary. That is enough to make sure this entire camp doesn't need to worry about injuries for 6 moons.
Comes here, I could totally beat his ass here. We'd be on even ground.
We jump as soon as he enters that portal. It's over.
The second he comes
A single chunk
I'm gonna
of about my fist size constitutes an elixir. More or less. I'm not sure whether or not it would equate to a potential burst of healing from you, but it's something. Cures maladies. Make sure that natural regeneration is sped up. It's frankly a miracle carrot, all things considered. At least for what we were able to make.
Well,
I'm assuming the Bothgar is in the Ironworks tent right now.
I do not know. I do know we were going to plan to talk to them, but...
Of course. Let's put it off for a bit, give him time away from work. He deserves it.
Honestly, I don't know if he'll have a break yet. Considering all that's happened.
We can get our interview with him later.
Yeah.
We do have a bit of time before a report is expected back, so...
I am definitely ashamed about the fact that I was unable to catch what ultimately happened to that man. I know I heard him talking about his wife. I know he was assured about... I know definitely that he was assured that his wife was safe. He was happy. He laid his head on the ground.
Yeah, something... It just doesn't add up, but...
Something's wrong. Mayhap an angry citizen, mayhap had that person, that husband, end up hurting one of their own, and took it as their own retribution. And the wife, already mad at us, took umbrage with us already.
This is a weed problem.
But there are too many factors to consider. The battle to at least save the main residentials was pitched enough as it was. Frankly, I'm amazed I came out unscathed. It's a testament to everybody at the guild, considering that I was the only member that went that was a pure non-combatant.
You haven't met fucking fancy until you've heard Eorzea talk.
Even the Lalafell with the huge rucksack, at least, could still fight. One way or another. Whether it was for throwing potions from his alchemy or using his bag as a shield, which, as far as I remember, was actually the case.
They're a woman.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Alcohol tolerance is like nothing in this world. She's gonna drink herself to death in 5 minutes.
I figured I'd save you from accidentally mentioning that in front of her.
Now I do remember that Tavara also had that incident.
Yes.
But yes, we have our intentions clear.
Are you doing alright?
Besides, considering your knapsacks, I imagine you are no stranger to lifting. And I imagine a good few bricks and stones and what have you were dislodged one way or another. Hello.
We'll be helping out as best as
Hello.
we can. Hello there.
I've been doing research on the portal. It's very intriguing.
I can imagine.
Do you have any notes to share? I managed to from one of the people. I managed to get they have some drawings of the stars from the other side. If you would like to see those.
Yes, I actually have a number of theories, and I'm actually, would you like to talk about it? Let's go inside a little bit, because I'd
By all
rather stay away
means.
from other conversations.
By all means.
Brilliant.
True. Yes, it has been getting a little cold out.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
we're
day.
standing outside for like
Would you like
a little
a frost resistance potion?
It would be a little too far too late, sadly.
That's never
I
too late
wish,
for a good
I
potion.
wish I had one about 4 hours ago when I was standing in the freezing cold for an hour.
By all
not
means,
moving.
pray, go have a better
But,
conversation than the one I was giving.
We're taking some measurements and
Yeah, just come find us when you're heading out and we'll...
Of course, of course.
His implement broke.
I will not leave without both gleaners.
Resistance potions, since you cannot be trusted to carry them on your own.
Some could call it.
I see. Well, I really do appreciate the escort, miss.
Call it termination.
I shall indeed.
Huh. Never thought I'd see one of those again.
Hmm?
Yeah, can't wait.
One thing I can't.
Literally never thought I'd see one of those again.
Okay, you said that the first time. Are you going to expound upon that, or are you going to repeat it one more time for posterity's sake?
I never thought I experienced one of those. I'm just kidding.
Who is that? Do you know them?
No, but who they are though, I think I have a good explanation.
Yes.
On the other side, there's these race of people that really like blood.
What?
Yes, Laluma, I might have a... That gentleman, I would very much like to warn you about something he said. And also, I guess, whatever he knows of whatever they might be.
What, we have vampires here now?
Important thing about out there.
There's always voices.
Well...
New guy and we just kind of have to.
Huh?
I mean, like just one just casually walking around minding his business. I don't know.
Yeah, he just kind of walked in and asked if they said blood.
Yeah.
The guy who walked in the bar.
I thought better
kind
to...
of dressed like Daya.
maybe find a place just around them are actually dangerous. They were asking to go to Ishgard, where there's a lot of people, and...
You always stay strapped. You always stay strapped.
I mean, the guy basically gave himself away.
Yeah? Obviously he was smart.
Well, Aster, what can I say?
Well,
A lot of things.
An explanation for a start.
Shot of darkness at somebody to annoy them.
I think it's time for Ryder's greatest saying for a situation like
That's
this.
the guy who just walked out the gates, by the way.
Enter back for this and then walk away.
So just
No, a cheesy bacon can save a vampire any day.
What?
No, and then left.
I've literally never heard you say that.
You know what? Fine. If you insist, go.
The arm on the ship.
Go for it.
I ain't going over there. If he drinks,
possibly hurting people.
We really can't. What kind of
yeah, same.
It's slightly dizzy.
We should. I'll keep an eye on him. You do your thing, Aster. I'll keep an eye on him.
I'll speak with him.
I doubt the Warrior of Light would let himself get drained so easily.
If a vampire drinks my blood, they explode on contact. That's not a lot.
Well, don't make the bar messy then.
We're
Right.
saying. So should we get some put in a bottle and throw it at him? And get unruly? Is that?
Is that person okay over there? They've kind of just been flailing around for a minute.
I think he's running after
Which one?
Who?
The person on the wall.
Oh, well, I guess nobody would have been able to touch him.
I've just occasionally seen him go.
Where Ishgard was, and then also asked if we had any.
I don't even know. I don't even know. There is a lot in my head right now. So much.
That's fair. Where the hell did Ryder go? I looked away for a
Presumably
minute.
into the bar.
They could go into a bar and ask for a bottle.
Alcoholic.
He claimed to be from the Far East, from Orford.
What the fuck?
Why is he never heard of anybody in Othard saying they drink blood ever.
That was my assumption as well. That seems very strange. I don't know who this man is.
What?
Maybe I made an
So-
assumption. I was the one who did prompt the question. He is dressed very much in the garb of the Far Eastern folk. So I asked if he was from Orford, and he seemed to
Traveling?
indicate.
Okay. New ground rule. I did. Call me skeptical. But maybe from now on, if any new person shows their face, do not let Ryder be the first person to interact with them.
Yeah, he sort of sprinted in their direction. That was kind of the problem. That's why I
Oh,
went
the
to check
bravado
on him,
kicked in.
because I saw him like sprint and, he took off and I asked like, oh, are you
Right.
Is everything okay? And you were upset earlier.
Fuck's sakes.
I was worried for a sec.
Get some rest.
All right.
I
So
don't-
I have an update about the vamp.
Here we go.
Okay.
Please enlighten us.
Is that a derogatory? Because I could think of like 20 different ones that are better.
Like nearly my blackness on multiple occasions, he disappeared.
What?
What?
Wait.
What?
I'm gonna have to ask you to expound
it's
on
not the
this.
him part of the statement
talk about
that I'm
the part where he
asking
disappeared,
about.
not the other
I'm
part
telling
about-
No, hold on. The fuck
You
do
and
you
me.
mean?
You and me both.
Your
You
motherfucking ass
drag
really does
your
not-
feet here now, and you expound on
All right,
this.
fine.
Man.
Well, you see, my friends, Ryder.
Yes, you Ryder.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
No, I don't know him, but I forgot what I was talking about.
Oh, for the love of Idolin.
Okay, I want the
do
second
that.
part of the statement. What do you mean? Like my blackness on
No,
multiple
you're getting
occasions
this.
has disappeared.
Yes, please explain.
Well, you see, yeah, damn it. All right, fine. So, listen, there are times in my journey where sometimes
You're suddenly white?
have-
What?
no,
You lose all
well,
the melanin is just gone.
Let's focus on the disappearing blood drinker.
Please.
That would probably be the most important thing here.
yeah, right,
Don't distract him.
All right, so
already.
All right, so anywho, yeah, I was trying to follow him out. He's gone. Just
And?
gone.
Where'd the foot trails go? We're in it's snow.
there footprints?
You can follow
Did he leave
footprints.
I can answer that one quite easily.
Or
So
did,
they
okay,
were gone.
no, hold on. Ryder, did he just walk out that gate?
Did the footsteps end?
Well, so he walked out the gate. There was no footprints. It was.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So he probably.
Thankfully, being a Viper allows me to track a bit better. I'm gonna go take a look.
Please, by all
He's
means.
saying this in the most literal sense.
I don't know what you're gonna get out of
He
footsteps.
waddled away, and then he was gone. There's nothing.
So here's the big thing, the big issue. Why was he trying to go to Ishgard? He asked us
man.
to Ishgard.
That was
A vampire who is looking for a bottle of blood wants to go to Ishgard, which was, just recently fucked up, ransacked, and typically vampires are kind of, I don't know.
I tell you what, if you
not,
could find
not the
him,
nicest people.
if you could find the guy that took his first steps out of that gate and just, then good luck to you.
he's got a point.
Because the last thing we need is something happening in Ishgard again, and it turns out, oh hey, yeah, no, these guys over here told me where it was.
Okay, I really want to stress this point for a moment. He's just gone. Like no footsteps going anywhere. Nothing to track.
This, yes.
Gone.
Okay.
Do you want me to see if I can go find him?
It's Phelan! Wait, Phelan might know something. Hang on.
If we could...
I fucking hope so.
Why would Phelan...
Inquire with them over there.
Why would Phelan know anything?
I don't know. It's probably because he came from that way.
If we could report, I'll write it myself if I fucking have to. Could we pass this along to the Ishgardian folk and
About a
at
vampire
least let them
running
know?
around? Yeah, I'll let them know.
We'll give a description. He had a very striking hand palm on the back of his.
Two things I've learned.
Yes.
One, Phelan did run into him. Two, his tracks just disappear outside the gate. Like, dead stop. No trace of him.
That Viper training? Useless.
No, it led me, but any trace of him disappeared.
Has anyone tried tracking their Aether? If they use an ability, wouldn't you be able to?
I did try that. I couldn't sense anything. It's like they just went.
Anyway, I'm gonna go let Ishgard know. I'll be back.
By all means.
Why'd you say that carrier? Okay, you know what? I guess you want to do something yourself. Understood.
No, vampires are not a myth. We fought them. They are a creature that live here. It's just the problem is that they don't look like that.
So this is like a new form of vampire.
Right.
It is one thing after another.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the moon and chillax, man. Too stressed.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Could I ask a small favor?
Balls these next few weeks.
No, he's already gone.
You might want to run if you want that. I can throw you.
No, it was simply to ask to see if he could garner any more carrots from the burrows, but it's slightly unnecessary at this stage. Enough of green carrots are in the infirmary that we could all be sick for 6 months and they'd keep us going.
He's being held up at the gate. If you run, you can get him.
Well, for now,
Yeah.
my only question is, or at this whole moment, if what you're saying is true, so if my mind is correct, you're saying it was not normal
Worth it.
for a vampire to wear whatever you saw.
Did you ask him how?
I have never encountered a vampire in an Othar, Doma, or Kugane.
No kinds of bats.
No, we usually find them in the forest, aka Hawk Manor. So,
God, fuck off.
finding a vampire across the fucking continent, it's kind of weird.
I should have asked him how there was an Aether out on the moon.
Mystery
Not to mention-
Oh, I can answer that.
Not to mention, he's not from the other side.
I can answer that Averite question.
That's the interesting part.
God, tell me, Schemingway.
It was
Tell me.
It was mainly to ensure that in case people, when they attuned to it, the men of Aferis, if they wanted to go exploring out in the moon, because we knew how the adventurer types were, we knew they wouldn't be purely sated with the Excitotron 6000 forever. Especially not until we found a new star to work with. So naturally, we had the Aetherite set up, to make it so that adventurers have an easy means of coming back, should they need to,
Did you at least catch his name?
and at least to make sure, in case people want to go to the moon easily and have attuned, they don't have to travel all. Well, I mean, that was a coincidental point. They don't have to travel all the way through Garlemald or through the Tower of Babel now in order to get to us.
Well,
Do you guys have a Tower of Babel?
It's in Garlemald. Look, it's a long story on that front, but that just ended up opening a gate.
That was a shock to me because
I don't know if this is something we should get into right
there's a mythology common out there about a tower with that same name, where God or whatever
couple of family biz. All right.
It was too much.
Oh yeah, were you were.
It was too much to bear. Oh,
Ishgard last week, weren't you?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Oh jeez.
Uh-oh.
All of you during the.
Yeah, you just spaced
There we
out
go.
for a second.
God or whatever
there you
highest
go.
entity there was, or is, or whatever, was infuriated that somebody dared build a tower
And as it turns out, we
to.
finally somebody
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Infuriated that these people tried to build a tower like that and knocked it down and scrambled all language.
Oh jeez.
So you're saying
Mayhap a
that
funny
lady that
prank
was
by
speaking to her
who?
husband,
Mayhap
turns
a
out that
funny
her husband was the one
coincidental factor by whoever built it. I never actually caught the name
one of like the minor
of
ones.
whatever was causing all of the final day nonsense,
Also, a good majority of those
or
people
trying
were
to
prisoners
spark
who were
it.
just a few days away from being released.
We ain't got a clue. The best person to ask is Ryder, and that
And
man's
he's already
got
screwed.
millions.
And he's already screwed off to the moon, knowing, like,
Son of a bitch!
and mind you, I am banished
I wanna punch
from
his
the moon,
knees.
so I cannot follow him. If a Loporrit
Punch
spots
the
me
back
on the
of his
moon,
knees, it hurts
it
now.
is, I believe, one quote from here, on
How do you
site.
get banished?
A long story. I was framed from for stealing carrots by the person that ultimately creates the carrots. I was simply trying to take them with permission from other Loporrits to where they were needed. For people like Warringway, who needed red carrots for endurance. Other people that felt like they were just down, they needed a yellow carrot, etc. Cookingway took umbrage with the fact that I wasn't asking him, apparently, even though I could have sworn I did, numerous times, reported me to Livingway, and had me banished. Brandished with the name Schemingway, and then banished straight from the burrows. The only reparation I was given was where I choose Onotheris to be banished to. I chose, by accidental coincidence, the Fields of Glory.
So now we're forced to help the people.
My condolences.
Essentially clear our name.
Thankfully, it was during the night, so my colors at least helped me blend in, considering there was an active war.
There's always an active wall there.
I have a question for you. Did you come from beyond the portal?
He's a pretty nice guy. He actually invited me to dinner for one
I
time.
did, but I'm still Eorzean.
That confuses me.
Different Eorzea.
If you're
Oh,
I know of the I already know of the nature
Okay,
of
I'm not
reflections
sure if you can help me.
Loporrits,
I'm trying to find
but
one of the
Effector of
folks
an
from beyond
alternate
the portal.
Aetheris entirely.
I am from
was
beyond the
familiar with
portal.
mana.
Very closely.
I'm familiar with mana. I don't use it myself, but I've spent a lot of study with it.
Alright, so I don't need that.
Understood. Do you mind if I volunteer you to help me?
Scars, I got one right here too.
I can volunteer to help you.
Almost got this.
Brilliant. Follow me.
Okay.
Have fun.
Me and the Gleaners are already plotting to head to Foundation. Provide whatever aid and succor we can.
I got this from
You know, I have a full green carrot here expressly for the purpose of treating any wounded that are either hungry or other maladies. I feel like it would be wiser to have a smaller force go at a time. Otherwise, if we're taking half of the guild with us for reparation, the civilians might think we're starting to invade again. That think that this many people, there's no way they can be
It would be
controlled.
smart to take just maybe 2 or 3 people to start with.
I was thinking 4 at most. A light party.
4 at most. Yeah.
Whatever people are best suited for aiding in restoration,
Do you have any siblings of your own?
and aren't likely to get into scuffles with the civilian populace or the knights.
I was
Hmm.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man. But still, I mean,
I would probably say Asta. Definitely Asta. If Asta's not already, doing
But ultimately a
something.
party of 4 healers, and at the very least we would ensure that, well,
Honestly, you couldn't go wrong with a party of just 4 healers.
I mean, even if my healing is more material-based than aether-based.
Your problem with that is not going with 4 healers, it's finding 4 healers.
Fair point.
So fairly certain we don't have 4 here. We have like
Not as
maybe
current.
3.
I mean, we do have 4. We have Mark, me, Aster, and Bunchata. Yeah, also an Aster.
Okay, we do have 4. Okay, yeah, no, for the longest time it was just Asta. Asta was like our only healer.
Oh, I can only imagine how overworked she was.
Well,
Yeah.
At least it's not officially
Like, it
but
wasn't
we're
like
always glad to help.
super bad. There was a fair number of people knew basic first aid, but no one was practiced in the healing arts aside from Asta.
You kind of just fucking die.
Aye, and I know the battle in Ishgard strained you, like, significantly. I passed some of my own ether onto you, in order to make sure you wouldn't just straight up run out.
There was a lot of fighting, indeed.
A lot of healing.
Not usually used to such large, drawn-out battles. Normally we just go to somewhere else. If one of us gets hurt, we heal each other up. That's about it.
Yeah. My only real use in a fight currently, presumably without a machinist jobstone, without accidentally sending myself halfway through a dungeon with one pull of a trigger, would simply be as a strategist. Tell you what weak spots
Nothing wrong with, you know.
tell you what weak spots
Yeah.
to shoot for. Tell you who needs healing, whatever. Tell you what to avoid.
Some babies are probably made.
I mean, information's literally half the battle. It's all well and good to go running in there swinging wildly if you don't know what you're fucking
And I am
swinging
one of
at.
Heidelin's direct creations.
Once you are found,
You definitely, you know, definitely good for scheming, but in a good way.
Fair enough, fair enough. And I thank you for that. Scheming isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'll turn this corrupted name into a positive one.
You watch before long, people are going to be like, ah, yes, grand strategist scheming way.
That does actually have a decent ring to it.
It's not necessarily a harem, but from what I've been told,
But
it's basically
that's
a giant
for if I end up getting to that point. Alternatively, grand
Gotta get that
strategist
fast.
saving way.
Put your mind to it.
I'm starting to feel like I regret.
Saving way works too.
After all, that was
Planning
essentially
way.
the name given by a good chunk, agreed upon with a good chunk of the guild.
Saving way.
It's a nice
Originally we opted for hero way, but apparently that doesn't work with the Lothric naming scheme, so...
No, it's mainly based on Ingway. I haven't seen a single operate in the boroughs deviate from this convention, and there are hundreds.
It's pretty fast.
For saving way.
That's at least a cool. That's at least a neat
I don't know if there is actually an original saving way, but I'm sure whoever they are, they won't mind.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Come down and complain?
I haven't seen a single operate since I came down, so...
Exactly.
Frankly, the only Loperates, though, I wouldn't ignore, if I were to ever see them, would be Living Way, obviously, Warring Way, and Loving Way.
There's a reason for that. Because, well, they are pretty much the badass warriors.
I've heard there was a Pudding Way. I do not see anyone having any beef with someone called Pudding Way.
Aside from the Culinarians.
Aside from the Culinarians.
There's a reason why
I can see that.
the males are the guardians of the forest in Gilmore.
Uh,
It's because they are some of the most
I swear I've been
Was,
I've been awoken from cryo sleep by Pudding Way once.
Seriously? Like, really?
Oh.
Most
forcibly.
outsiders, whenever they enter Gilmore, are typically stopped by males, sometimes up to a mom.
I don't even remember why. All I remember is that he was trudging around like a zombie.
Like I said, I'm sorry if it sounds like me.
All the lights were turned off as well. Frankly, it was terrifying.
Yeah, I can imagine.
For a brief moment, I thought Zodiac had broken free in that moment. Broken free of the binds.
No. He's just putting away being hungry.
Cure or human. Actually, technically, I can no, humans are.
It's like, despite that, I just feel neutral towards him.
Oh, I know. No,
There's one person in this room who knows, and I consider him a father. And he consider me his husband.
I'm sorry, I saw someone sitting over there and them seeing them disappear.
Well, I mean, at least
Huh?
you have like a father figure to look
Huh?
up to, you know.
Probably a check of the light. Ignore me.
The sun can reflect off of snow surprisingly harsh.
Yeah, that's why I got the sunglasses. People are like, oh, why are you like... Oh, she's... Oh, that's the new guy that was looking for Luluma. I don't know what he's doing wandering around.
Oh. Yeah, Luluma's going to Ishgard personally. I already know that.
He's probably looking around for...
Yeah. Now that I think about it, where's Halford?
If you can, or just call us or something. The guy basically walked up to me, sniffed me.
I mean, concerning the man's the...
Oh
Wait,
yeah, he
Halford?
might also be in Ishgard considering this whole mess.
Depending on the crafting guild, they actually do sell beastkin blood.
Oh, Victor!
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Victor
Yeah,
Halford.
I was like, who the fuck is Halford? Right, that's his last name.
Yeah, you know, the one who kind of sounds like this.
Victor, I forgot. Yeah. I mean, the man's the captain of the guard station here. I'm pretty
Exactly.
sure the first sign of, yeah, the first hint of danger in his card, he fucking booked it faster than we've ever seen him move.
Frankly, I think he would outpace a chocobo carriage.
I'm fairly certain he probably did.
Oh boy, assuming
Yeah,
the
no,
chocobo
if
characters are even
Victor
being
is
run
anywhere,
now.
He's probably in Ishgard dealing with whatever the fuck happened.
Probably
Oh,
gathering
God.
as much information
We're gonna
as he
have to-
possibly can.
If he heard all of the shit that apparently we did, we are in for a fucking... Yeah, when he
Nabokhar's gonna
gets
sound
back.
like a complete saint in comparison.
Victor is basically going to do... I don't want to say that the man is strict, but I feel like he's going to do the same thing that Neb did, but without any of the holding back.
I already
Hi,
know.
Funk.
Okay.
For instance,
We got
All
some
the
interesting
knowledge.
information.
All the knowledge you needed.
That's good.
because they can never return to the
Well,
That's what you mean by rainbow wings. Okay.
Self-imposed
Yes. That is what I
Whoa.
mean. Open.
No, breaking the green pact.
Oh, at least it's not hard to
They're going
spot.
to give me a book that they have that talks about mana.
I keep hearing a lot about the other side, and frankly, the more I hear of it, the
One
less I
moment,
wish to go
please.
through.
Trust me,
Yes.
from what I can understand,
I
But
keep
we
hearing-
just have a very bad thinking feeling that
I know I remember hearing
of
one
the-
report of the other side of a city
You see
that
what he's looking at?
is ultimately run worse
yes.
Makes sense.
than like any city we have here, and that's potentially including if the syndicate weren't exactly settled.
fucking damn it.
What?
Ow.
Oh no, you kidding me?
This is Bella. Has anybody seen Neb?
It's not. Like,
I don't think so.
not my problem to deal with. So.
Hey, guess what, friend? It's time to be the adult.
Neb, come
Oh
on.
boy, oh boy. What are they doing? What are they doing to him? Her. Sheesh. I was about to say, do you need a bite of the carrot?
No.
Why are they here is another question. Buncha-cha!
Yes, I am new. You guys watching us over there doing our little thing back there? Guys, I have a fan.
What?
Very nice to have you.
Is the circus in town already?
Apparently.
Christ, what's going on?
If it's not too much trouble, could you lift me onto your shoulder for a better look?
Okay. So you're gonna...
I'm not a climber. Well, okay, I say that. I know I've climbed the Moonfire Tower, but that's beside the point.
He just carries you, but he actually puts you on his shoulder for a bit.
Right.
You're a lot lighter than you look, you know that?
I'm a lopper.
I feel like this
thought
is...
he was about to slap Atlas for a moment.
I was gonna say, but... Who exactly invited the circus in town? I thought they don't come for, like, ever.
I feel like the circus invited themselves.
I have no idea what is going on.
Let's go in for a closer look.
They're
No,
kind
let's go
of in the
Schemingway.
way of us getting to Ishgard now.
Yes. The observatory.
I see.
Hey, what's with these people in the suit? Is the circus in town?
I heard.
No.
What the fuck does he mean? That he's
Yes, but they were specifically.
You can use your samurai training.
Some of us were, yes, but specifically.
Hey,
Well, these are Rangers of Light.
Do
you want me put down, or do you think you're fine now?
Which you did.
I'm fine. I'm fine being here, but just don't toss me into the snow.
I'm not gonna toss you. Why would I want to toss you?
Fair point. You are not Ryder.
Well, Ishgard was recently attacked.
Okay.
Under siege.
Oh
boy, he's putting himself in a hole.
He's getting some
Those same attacks. Prisoners released from the jail cell, set upon to ravage Ishgard.
One thing I'm also questioning: where's Ernst?
Listen, I was gonna ask that too. I don't know. I could have sworn she would have been with us or around.
Yeah, last I saw her, she was going to the town from Illuma.
Right.
Yeah,
we've been dealing with
annihilation of your foes. Actual horses, if you will.
My only question is, why are these clowns here when... What exactly do they want?
Do they just enjoy flexing on us, or are they wanting information?
I feel like both. Because if they're wanting information, well, technically they should have arrived sooner in Ishgard. I don't know what they really want from us.
True.
Because they don't want the attack.
At least until we get this.
I smell an inconsistency.
Oh boy.
Go on. You're starting to talk in slow language, therefore you found out somewhere.
big ass red chocobo.
Oh no.
I mean, if you don't want me on your shoulders, you can pass me to one of the leaders.
I mean, you know what? Perhaps Jibbo gently puts you down.
Mend the situation between
Yes, fair enough.
we're going to try and calmly, peacefully take care of the people.
What issue is this? What issue is this with you? All I've heard is that you found people cursed with the red face, and then you annihilated them, freeing the town.
So, yes, but when it turns out that some of them were prisoners who had surviving family members that were actually going to see them soon because they were going to be released from that prison, that kind of puts a damper on the heroics.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is everyone out of the loop? Okay, hold on.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get as much information from listening to the Rangers as possible.
Do we know if they spread temporine at all? Because from the reports I've heard, it sounds like a light shined over his guard, and that's what started
Okay, the
tempering.
bigger ones very much enjoy flexing.
Defiled the bodies of those
The science one, I like all of them.
which we didn't do. So we have to essentially clear our names. Without causing any trouble.
Well then, it would appear that we are on time to help.
This in no way has
Now, the
anything
only
to
How are
do
you
with
on time to help?
Okay after they picked you up, by the way.
Were any of your crew around Ishgard at that point in time? Or in the area?
Movements on
We were not at the time, actually, and we were dealing with a situation involving one of our
No, but if he's attacking us, they might fall over.
You say you're in a situation on your own, and yet you say you came here to help. What's there to help when we already taken care of it?
I see, your mind runs slow. I understand, it's okay. I was also young at one point, too. What I said was that we were dealing with a situation involving one of our own. To make sure... It's okay, I understand. I have faith in you. You'll get there one day, big man. You'll grow there. I see you. We were dealing with a situation involving one of our own. Involving is the key word there to understand that what I meant was that we were dealing with a situation to make
I
sure
heard
that we,
you saying
as
you were
the
dealing with a
Rangers of life, could
situation
make
with
sure
your
that we could-
own.
Ooh, interruptions are fun there, friendo. Dealing with a situation involving one of our own so that we could not be there at the time, but now we are here.
Yes,
That is
you
correct.
are.
That we
You
can
know, actually, now that I'm really thinking about it, I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, yes, you are here, but however, the fact that you're here now doesn't really make sense as we taking care of everything. And now you're saying you're here to help. What's there to
fix that.
What's there to even help?
Hold on.
Hold
There's
on.
a lot, actually. There's a lot that you
I
guys
know,
could actually
I know.
help us out with.
I know.
Help rebuild the
Gonna
town,
ask
people
questions,
out,
I know.
you know, be nice to them.
Say they're here to
Tell
help,
them,
and
hey,
maybe
you
they weren't
know.
even there.
And maybe
Yeah.
in this moment, if the people see you with
I
us,
try not
then
to
potentially that
not
might
involved
voice some of their
with
suspicions about us
them.
being
Try not to.
not actually, you know, good
These
adventurers.
are listeners.
That might not be a bad idea.
That's a good idea,
I
though,
don't
right?
understand. It's like, how do they say they're here to help when they weren't even there when we were attacked?
Sure.
And they say they're busy with their own. Now they're saying they're here to help.
I'm being carried like a princess.
Okay, and the Black Ranger is busy talking with people over there.
That took every ounce of my restraint.
However, I'm gonna join them because I was to help them with being a leadership role. So
Listen,
Yeah.
on the bright side,
Just
it's a good test of your endurance and restraint. At the very least, you've improved if nothing else.
I'm sorry I was talking out of line for a moment, but how could they say they're here to help when they were not even fucking there? I mean, some of us even got super injured.
That's the thing.
Okay, so it's the other thing.
And they're looking to take
Even though you
over
weren't
our
going to start to help,
efforts.
There's a. Well, hold on. Just level. Let's level with me. Okay. Think about it like this. We need to know. We still need to know about this cult. These people that are temperate, that have this power, that follow whatever this primal that is able to use chocobos to essentially fuck up everything. Right? Okay. Fine. These guys might have, on their own, encountered some other things that could help us figure that out. So at this point, we need to look at it as the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Right now, them and their chocobo, whatever, and the fact that they're fucking weird, we can't really let that cloud our judgments for the time being. They can be useful. They are strong. So we can have them help us out.
We must decline.
Okay.
Because
currently, the ongoing populace believes that we are adversaries to the adventurers due to our current nature of wanting to take away your jobs. Allow you to be able to ease yourselves into comfortable situations where you can no longer have to adventure because we exist. So if we are there assisting you, then it appears we are then allies. And currently, at this moment, we can traverse a ground that you cannot.
Good to meet you. True. Okay, so in that case, we will handle the rebuilding and efforts in Ishgard. And you guys, since you're out and about a lot and you're running into probably more of these cultists or whatever you want to call them, if we could set up some form of communication with each other, I guess a linked pearl or something of that line, you feed us information, we'll help out Ishgard, and then we can maybe at some point figure out where all this weird red mist, whatever you call it, is coming from, or who's causing it, or what.
Oh my god.
I'm sure that's what they're talking with your leader over there about. I would assume.
I think he's having a moment right now.
a lot is happening all at once right now for me.
Oh, there's our
It's fine.
swinging his axe right now.
Yeah, he's practicing. He's doing a good job. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I was briefly wondering. I thought he was gathering lumber.
I actually thought
maybe
so.
training.
That'd be pretty useful.
It is slightly. It's
Both at
both
the same
terrifying and slightly spooky to see him just swinging that around with practice.
Well, he's training his moves with swinging that around until he perfects it, so he can move on to the next step.
Yeah. Mind you, the influence of this red mist can be reversed. So there is no need
to
slaughter
like
anyone.
any other, and it can be cured.
There's no need to say about
He's
annihilating
the
everyone that's fallen victim to its influence.
So don't worry about it.
Okay, I was worried. I didn't want him to, like...
Wow.
Wait, what, up there?
Sir?
Me?
Oh, hey,
Wow.
hey.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Wait.
We can do this
Pray,
the easy
calm
way.
myself.
Hey, we don't need it. We don't need to do it.
Guardians, all of you, aren't you?
Garleans?
No.
What? No!
Well, okay, one of us, yes, but like that's a different story.
They've even taken Loffords now. Oh, you bastards. Every single one of you are...
Hey,
No.
Let's talk about
Someone
this.
run back there and get the Black Ranger now.
Schemingway, go.
Schemingway, get the others right now.
Your pink is being heated. His misconceptions over us seems to think we are Garleans. We are not. Pray, calm him.
Black, what must we do?
Okay, all right.
Good for public relations.
That's
So,
scary.
make concentrated silence potions.
presumably for the white one.
People can keep their mouth shut.
Presumably, yes. Oh.
Okay, I've never had the fear of Zodiac thrown directly into my soul as readily as that.
Because I did say I don't fully want myself involved in it as much, so...
As much as I am hesitant to go over there, I feel I must.
With what we saw back in Ishgard, the fact that he possibly took our lessons
I get the feeling that pink one might have been part of one of the recent wars that happened.
I thank the both of you for at least buying me time to get them. The leader seemed more concerned than I expected, actually.
Okay, you two alright? You good?
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
I have a sneaking suspicion. I have a sneaking suspicion that that one might have been through something before you recruited him. Would I be correct in guessing that?
What the hell was that all about? What the hell was that about?
Possibly.
Well, I don't know,
You
to
don't
be
have
honest.
to get into details.
Okay.
Just a yes or no. I'd understand.
Everyone has been through something. But it's not your fault.
I'm going to make my way up.
If
Very well.
I'll check on my instruments and start dealing with a few other things.
I may.
Actually,
I mean, this is only a guess, and
See
I
if
don't
I can
need,
pop by and give
don't
you
need to know any
the
details.
stuff I recovered about
My
the
only
stars.
guess is something has to do with the
I need to copy it down first.
I have a question.
He mentioned something like that when he
Scheming way?
Yes, Cha-Cha.
Actually, let me pull you over here so we don't talk over them.
Yes.
So, an odd question occurs. Do you grow your own carrots still, or...?
Not here, obviously. The only way I'm getting more carrots for the camp is by somebody else traveling to the Carrotorium in Bestways Burrows on my behalf. Well, obviously not mentioning me, but, you know, gathering carrots for their own needs.
And what is required to grow these carrots?
You'd be better off asking Cookingway or Farmingway about it. They know more of it than me.
Understood. Honestly, I was kind of hoping to find some means of helping with my research, because those carrots of yours seem incredibly sensitive to... Yes.
Yeah, there is one spare of every, well, major carrot of, well, we have at least 2 or more of red, blue, orange, yellow, green, and currently that's all we have. As it stands, it was mainly a favor from one of the adventurers that they'd head over to Bestways Burrows and try to obtain more carrots for both me and mainly the infirmary itself. If you're wanting to study the carrots to determine their effects, then by all means.
If you would be so kind, it would help with my alchemy, but I'm more also interested in how they're affected by by the local aether.
Well, the green carrots seem unaffected so far. As far as I could tell, they still have the same regenerative properties that they do normally.
Are the others affected?
I haven't quite tested. I haven't gotten exactly testimonials regarding people trying to eat the blue, yellow, or reds. Orange should.
What do the blue, yellow, red, and yellow do?
Yeah. Yellow imbues you feeling with an amount of luck. Basically, it's meant to be well, it also doubles as an antidepressant. Basically makes you feel like luck is on your side, that Heidelin herself is coming down to kiss you at any moment for your good work. Red brings you with endurance enough to make you feel like a behemoth could stomp on you and you could survive. And blue is for empowering your ether. So say a
Interesting.
So at the very
May
least,
I study
like
the
an
blue?
ether, by all means, it should be in the storeroom over there. As far as I know,
Understood. Thank you very much.
The green ones are stored in the infirmary, and the orange ones are simply stored with the bar.
Understood. Thank you very much.
By all means. I'm glad I could at least be helpful.
I'm starting to pity them, and I don't know how that makes me feel.
The Rangers?
I'm used to seeing strange things.
Basically, go to place. It almost starts to feel like they're as disorganized as us, and that's frankly saying something. Black one has her head on her shoulders, although I fear that may not last for too
Black
long.
one suffers a bit more than Luluma does.
Oh. I know I heard her go like, what was it? Oh fuck! When I told her about the Pink Ranger lashing out.
It seems like he has a habit of this, and it.
I don't know how he thought we were all Garleans,
I'm no
especially
doctor,
the fact that I
but
was assuming that Gulok
I
had
believe it
captured
was a
me.
phrase that set him off. I think that was just genuine PTSD.
Fortunately, the
post-traumatic
actual
stress
Garl.
disorder.
Thankfully, Slate wasn't around. If Slate was around, I'm not sure how we could have. I'm pretty sure he would have been forced to fight.
Hot springs that are a bit closer to Eorzea.
Either way,
They were forced to fight, and they aren't Garlean.
Exactly. Those two at least basically held him at bay long enough for me to at least grab the leader and basically drag them over to be like, hey, calm your boy down.
I think they're like a business over there. As for in
But the trouble has passed for now. I was even trying to reason with the Pink Ranger that, well, people tempered by this, red mist or whatever he calls it, could at least be cured. So there's no need to kill every last one. But I think he was deep in his own trauma for my words to have an effect. If I had realized, I probably would have reiterated. Maybe help them see a little bit of reason. Let them know that the great evil Chocobo's minions aren't of their own will, and they can be cured of the menace's influence or whatever. Or whatever words that we'll probably use to try and convince them. I don't quite know. But for now, I still need to prepare to get me, the two Gleaners, maybe Boone Cha-Cha or Aster, to aid the restoration efforts. However we can. You may briefly...
I'd like to come along.
4 at max is probably like all we can really afford. Any further we risk the civilian populace, well, getting antsy, we shall say.
Well, it's called Old Charlian because there was a settlement that they...
You had to notice that teleport that time. That was kind of a bit of ground.
We're like, okay, you were just doing that. Fair enough. In fairness, I was already talking.
I get it. If you have the open space, I'd like to tag along and help. I want to.
If we can't get Aster or
Get around
Buchecha to
this
come
whole
along,
war.
then by all means, you can come with. You offer an outsider's perspective. or at least an outsider to this Ishgard.
It's really nice. You get to go pretty much anywhere in the world to see a lot
Yeah.
of interesting things.
I don't know where
Yes,
the
I
twin brother
don't,
of the Gleaners are, but hopefully we can find them and set off towards Foundation.
Ooh, that's
At
a
least
good
prepare.
question.
Or at the very least, prepare.
It's something.
Actions for Ishgard speak louder than any words we can muster.
Trained in our own arts, like.
I'm gonna check the bar. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm a trained astrologian, but it's more of a sort of a healing art.
Pretty neat.
None of us are fully trained as those kinds of people that sort of run in and do a lot of damage. We're just more better trained at keeping each other alive.
Support.
It's not like we're going into wars or anything.
A
I
support
guess that's the word
role.
for it.
Okay.
But yes.
Of course.
Uh,
Where's your brother, by chance?
I don't actually know. I think he might have walked off to the bar.
Highly possible.
Do you want me to help you look for him?
I'm looking to at least make sure that we're good and ready for when we set off towards Ishgard to aid in the restoration.
We're usually good and ready to move anyway, so there's probably nothing to worry about too much. But
Fair enough. I know not where Aster is, and Boon Cha-Cha might be currently busy trying to research the blue carrot I told him about.
Aster person? That's the one with the,
Yes. Red chess
some
piece.
go up there. Yeah, they went up there along with the smaller woman who runs the administrative part of the guild.
She went up to... Okay, so Aster went up to Foundation already with Luluma. Okay. All things considered, it may actually only really need to be you and and both of you.
I'll have to see if I can get a mark and authority to start moving. For reference, there was a minor tragedy in Ishgard, and we're trying to see what we can do to pitch in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Currently, minor tragedy, more of a major tragedy.
Yeah.
But
to put it lightly, it'd be easier to state that the reputation of the guild is currently at stake.
Oh, that's that big of a thing.
I mean, I don't care much about the reputation of the guild. I'm just going there to help people.
To be fair, you were also involved in the conflict, so Gleaners are kind of involved in this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. My main concern is only making sure people are okay, and that's what matters.
Yeah. I'm aiding however I can. I want to make sure that the name of Schemingway is at least still accurate. At any rate. That does make it sound like I'm trying to do this for my own reputational sake, which I'm not. This place is my home. Could be better, could be worse. Yes, the pink one almost had a meltdown on us and tried to attack, but we managed to at least get the others to calm him down. I didn't exactly catch where they went, though.
The worst injury someone got was like a bruise on their side. It got handled pretty quick, so no one's hurt.
Which is very fortunate considering he was assuming everyone in here were Garleans and that I had been captured and he was wielding an axe. It was frankly a very fortunate thing we managed to calm him down that quickly.
Anyways, I'm going to see if I can find my brother. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Tavern.
Okay, cool.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go get him, and we can talk with Nabafgar about heading over for the restoration effort. I see.
I didn't believe it either until she actually showed me, and I was like, oh, you aren't fucking around.
No, that's not gloating. I am a concept.
No. She is not, as they say, humble bragging. She is literally a deity out there.
I see.
I had a really big pursuit of strength after watching my warrior of light kill himself in battle.
What? Okay, that's a thing to drop.
So anyways, we're
not glossing over that. We are not.
Can I get you another drink after that fucking revelation, or?
I'm sorry.
We are gonna continue. We are gonna continue that later. Because I'm sure Ryder would also be probably interested in that factor, for better or worse.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ryder fucking knew him. He was a really popular guy. I know that's no surprise.
For better or worse.
But after he went down to Alexander, somebody else had to step up and start juicing, so...
Oh my lord. Bye, Heidelin.
While everybody else was wallowing in grief, I just started getting any power.
Catch your breath, sir, please.
And it just kept going.
Yes. Let's just go to the discard. Oh,
I'm sorry for dropping that on you.
That's going to stay in the back of my mind during me trying to help.
You can prove it. I'm going to chalk it up to grand delusions. No offense, but that's just how I'm going to take it for now.
If you drop that on Ryder and he screams at you, I'm not going to be surprised.
Yes.
Let's make a stop with the Bofgar first.
We're going.
At least let him know what we're up to.
Right, here, let's go.
At least so that the Bofgar could presumably give Liluma a heads up.
True, and...
Yeah, and Aster is with Liluma right now in Ishgard, presumably trying to understand as much as possible.
Right, yes, and if they need to reach or contact any of us, they can just simply do it via the link
Precisely.
and Bofgar gave us, and all that. I should get a third drink. Should I get a third drink or no? I don't know what to think.
We're going to be doing work. Don't get drunk. I have to think
Exactly. It wouldn't be wise. Oh, they're back. Okay. No, we should not ask them if they want to just go straight back to Ishgard. No, that would just be straight up rude.
I mean, at least the pay is good, and if you ever find yourself in far-flung lands far from home,
You're back.
there are often inns that'll accept you.
I would ask what you and Liluma gleaned from
Yes.
Ishgardian reports, but I know me and the Gleaners are already basically going to mount a light party of sorts to aid in some restoration efforts.
Residents, that kind of stuff.
Oh, I suppose I didn't spot them, but we were talking with them for quite some time, and basically gave them a report of the individual we saw. More or less tried to
I would
explain what they had said to us,
Alright,
and
when you pass us in, I will provide you a link.
had to convince them that
Thank
we
you very
weren't
much.
just
Have a
making things
great
up.
day.
Thankfully, Miss Liluma's presence was significantly helpful in convincing them that we weren't just a bunch of crazed adventurers making up tall tales.
Yeah, I stood in the back.
I see.
because I wouldn't help very much.
It's all good news for the most part.
You were there for moral support. It's appreciated.
Yeah, and I could have,
I mean, if it works, it works.
I'm scared.
I feel that probably would have confused them more.
But yes.
Maybe they could have given it more to prove.
Yes,
how strange I
they
am.
didn't have anything to share. They hadn't seen the individual in question.
Right.
I didn't even catch his name.
I don't know. He didn't give one either. He just said, "I'm a thirsty boy. I want some blood."
I'm gonna need probably some water when we get there.
Yes, the vampire.
That's what you get for drinking a bunch of alcohol.
Well, I mean, when someone tells you that they're a god from a different world, I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Hey, Ryder, do you remember our thirsty boy's name?
Would you not call him that?
And they're a dead serious.
Tanaka something?
I swear.
Naka?
Tanaka?
Yeah, it was like Tanaka something.
Yes. Yes. Which was part of my reasoning for wondering if he was from the Far East, probably from Doma.
His name is Haru Tanaka. That's what it was.
That's right. Haru Tanaka.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
No idea where he
Well,
went.
Well, in
Nor
your
where
absence,
he,
that way.
Talking about
that
vampire
guy.
at the very least, allow me to help
Yeah.
try and apprise of what happened while you were
Again,
gone.
The only
So,
time I ever saw him.
the
was
Rangers
when
showed
I was
up again.
walking over there.
I'll let you talk first.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. Apologies.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the Rangers showed up again during your absence. They were more
I missed him
cordial.
again.
They were more cordial. They realized we basically talked to them. They were basically saying, "All right, we are going to go adventuring while you aid the restoration effort." But something snapped in the pink one. Some kind of PTSD or something, because he almost started seeing everybody in the camp as Garleans, except me. He assumed I was captured.
I've had that
I mean,
moment
if they're anyone from, well, basically anywhere, they probably had exposure to them.
Exactly. But also, judging by the reaction that the Black One had, that this had happened before, and she was not happy about it.
This is good. It helps us keep up the image that
She immediately rushed to calm the Pink One down. Also,
I mean,
there was a new
I
one.
would assume that they're compatriots, so I would hope that one turns to their compatriots to provide them aid in a
Fair
moment of
point.
duress.
Yes. It was all Phelan and I forget who else to basically make sure that they weren't going to he wasn't going to just start trying to rampage. And presumably try and take me to safety from the Garleans. Mind you, Slate wasn't around at all.
Who the fuck is Slate?
The actual Garlean.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean,
And as far as I can tell, there was a new ranger, a white one.
News.
Much
Actually,
more
I
exciting.
should ask: is anyone hurt, or did
The most that was the
I
most
was
hurt
away.
that the most hurt that was had was a bruise to the
yeah.
side, which was frankly a miracle.
Yes, I dealt with it.
yeah,
Insane.
the strange timing of everything. I was on the moon, just.
I was going to ask to see if you could get carrots, but you're up there for relaxation, not business.
Yeah. Just like to watch the rocks and stuff twizzle in the air up there. Stars, too.
Don't talk to me about I miss the place.
Jump on the moon?
Sorry, man.
What was that? You can jump on the moon?
It's fine. It's amazing how much you can miss a place after only a few moons away from it.
Apparently.
For all of you.
Apologies for the interruption.
Atlas.
Mr. Gunn, please
Yes.
make your way over here. We're going to have a discussion. There is numerous requesting gathering.
Very well.
Alright.
Not
Convenient.
Very well. I'll at least make known the desire to aid the restoration effort.
If anyone would like blankets so they don't have to sit in the soil, let me know.
You'll be with me when that time comes, but other than that, please.
Very well, very well.
Don't worry, you.
Don't forget, Vasily, I'll get you a drink, huh?
Stuttering with my words. I was
If
going
I
to
catch
say.
you, I don't know what your time looks like, but I got a ticket here out of that.
You just gotta hope that it's not too often of a thing.
Not really, but I figure, hang up. But,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
be a miss.
able to function as much as I
Welcome.
We all know some drawbacks when it comes to those suits.
Honestly, I want to see a full.
The great thing about keeping such a big backpack is you can use it as a chair occasionally.
Ah,
very nice.
Sounds helpful.
Bit of a restoration.
Not bad. Damn, I wish you could have like such fat ass like you could just sit on it.
He's just
If anything.
Thank you.
What?
You can relax, Ryder.
You're allowed to lean on the wall.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna go around that on.
Bald.
Pussy attack.
Just, jump through me.
Oh.
Huh?
Can we just
happen?
What?
Please.
I'm putting a firecracker in the next one.
That wouldn't work, would it? No, that wouldn't work. He's,
Yeah, you just have it sticking out, and the moment he catches it, it should whistle at the fuse as long as the important parts are out, so that it can actually travel. And it's an internal
For the
reaction,
people
not
that
an
are here,
external.
before we start talking about the missions that we're going to be sending you all on, something to keep note of. There was an instance where a ranger was here and got a bit unstable, some kind of PTSD attack.
Correct.
There is a chance that some of these rangers might be deteriorating, so
Take a seat on the floor.
make sure to be careful around them.
You got it, Nap.
Especially if any of you happen to be Garlean.
I don't think Garlean is just a trigger word for everyone.
I don't think any of
For a
us-
lot
No,
of
I
people
know
here,
that, but-
yes.
Yeah, if you keep
But-
saying Gardeline, I'm gonna need to get a drink.
at least one of them so far. Not sure about the rest of them, but
Anyway, this appears to be everyone.
Wonderful. I want to let people know that there is I guess
2 quests that need to be completed.
I'm going to be sending half of you to complete one and the other half to go do the other. I will also let you all sign up for this, although I need to make sure that there's a good balance of, people who are good at hitting things, people who are good at taking hits, and people who are good at fixing hits. You know what I mean? The first one is at Costa del Sol. We received from your investigating 3 different banners from 3 small different bandit or gang groups. One in the Shroud, one in Thanalan, and one in Lenosha. This has been something that's been reoccurring over the course of these disappearances, where there have been signs detailing of different bandits or gangs not belonging to that area. But no one has actually done a thorough investigation on why these are here and how they're being procured. Looking at the different make of these banners, they were not just made by one person. It is quite clear that they actually come from different places and were made by different hands. So we are going to be sending some of you into one of the dungeons near the city-states to clear through it and get to the bottom, since we have found that some of these bandit groups have made these their home bases. You ought to go in, clear it, and investigate. See what kind of connections they have with the human traffickers that have been trafficking people as of late. There's still been some people that were taken while you were all at Costa del Sol. Luckily, you all did manage to stop the master there from being taken, but none of the people that have been taken have been found as of yet, and this has been happening for a while. Any connections that can be found with these groups would possibly assist us with locating them, or even finding out who they are. The other group is going to be investigating the prison break. Ishgard, specifically Emmerich and the higher-ups of Ishgard, have allowed us to send in a group of you to investigate how the prison was broken out of in the first place. Specifically, how someone got in, tempered the people that were supposed to be released that day, and then got out. They have yet to find any of these answers. so we're hoping that you all might be able to. What danger you will find in both these places, I cannot say. Ishgard is very secretive when it comes to their prisons, and what's kept inside and how they are run. Even I don't have the information on that. So if you do go, be wary that anything could occur. For the dungeons near the city-states, I'm certain that some of you have went into those before to clear them of monsters. If there are still monsters in there, I can't say for either, but I know at least there is some form of bandits. The competence level, I also don't know. But if they have anything to do with these human traffickers, well, you've already seen for yourselves what they're capable of doing. We're going to have sign-up sheets for you all. You may pick which one you want to be a part of, but if it comes to it where we need to move people around, we will. Once you all have signed up, we will let you know which group you will be attending. If you don't want to take on this... Oh, I was just going to say, if you don't want to take this on, don't sign up.
I'm going to say that due to the situation that we're in, both situations have the possibility of tempering. We do not know where this is being done, where this is happening. We have one source point of one problem, but we don't know how much this has gotten around. Like I said, most of the chocobo livestock have been acting odd as of late. We don't know who is doing what. So, for people who have the Echo, if there is a chance you are moved over to a different job, or we are spreading you out, understand we're only doing it because currently you are a safe bet.
Safer bet.
Safer
Echo.
bet.
The blessing is resistance. It is by no means making you immune. I want to make that quite clear to everyone. Just because you have the blessing with enough strength, the primal can and will temper you. Now, I don't suspect we're going to run into the full primal while you are doing these little dungeon runs. Don't... No. But... I do want to make this quite clear that do not throw yourself into danger just because you have this one little thing that lets you go up against false deities. We're also going to look into possibly getting warding scales, but keep in mind these are quite costly and not easy to procure. And if we start asking other city-states about this and about the situation, it's only going to get worse. Now, even getting a remarkable number of them, it's still not going to be good because it's going to raise us. Yeah, leave it to us. We will see what we're able to procure. But be aware that there's a good possibility we might not be able to get any in time, nor enough for everyone here. So if you do take this on, you are doing this at your own risk.
A couple of things to expect when it comes to the prison break, or the prison that you'd be going through. There might still be some prisoners in there. Might. May also be some guards. No one's been able to go in there. They've kept it barricaded since. People there panicked incredibly hard. This is not a situation that can be taken lightly. So for anyone going in there, I don't need to tell you twice. If there are people there we can save, we save them. If you need to knock them out, you knock them out. Unless it is a monster or a creature that has got a knife directly to your throat, you do not kill it. For the bandits, a little bit more leniency there. A lot of warrants out for these people. And considering all the people who have been vanishing, we don't know yet. But leave it up to you guys, the image you guys want to hold. If you want to slaughter them all, go ahead. If you want to knock them down and then arrest them, you're showing the world what kind of adventurers you are now. They got their eyes open.
Although I can say large amount of aether and has rather good control of it. If you do, raise your hand, please. Okay. Aster. Luckily, what I can do is I can procure proxies. I have some connections. Yes. Just in case the worst of scenarios occurred, I can see if I can procure one. At least one for you and one for whoever else is going on the other quest. This is just in case
Not for any of us if we do happen to encounter any prisoners. It'd be good to try and treat them as quickly as possible. Reduce the amount of threat that they present themselves as.
It takes a massive amount of aether. Do not use it until you are either finished with clearing the place, or if truly the worst does come to pass, on your ally. Someone almost got tempered in Ishgard. One of you did. Next time, if it's not someone who has a resistance to it, be on standby. But understand, you may have a lot of aether, but if you do this, you are done.
Well aware, ma'am.
Then I will see to it that they are at least outside the location, outside of the prison for when you all enter. And when we send you to a city-state dungeon, I will make sure it's outside for that other group. So I need to train you. Who will be the other person?
It's going to be someone with a lot of aether, so...
I'd rather us not have to tell someone.
I could.
I would prefer a healer.
I'd be down for the count afterwards, but I do have control and a bit reserve.
Then, once it's said and done, if you both are available after, I will take you both to Charlian to teach you how exactly to utilize them. If you are available. Very well. Those two need to be on different quests, regardless of... Yeah, make sure that's written down.
Make sure it's done. Gotcha.
Is there any other questions, concerns? If not, we will let you have at the list. Cough, that will be posted after session. Cough.
When are these looking to be done by?
When are we going?
It is going to take a fair amount of preparation. A couple of days.
Alright. I just asked because I wish to join Aster in the rebuilding of Ishgard.
Oh yes, no, you have plenty of time to go help Ishgard rebuild a bit first.
Everyone will have time to be able to go help out with the rebuilding of Ishgard in between that time.
Of course.
That is good to hear.
Yes.
Alright, any other questions? No? Then you're free to sign up as you see fit.
Don't be shy. This is the start of a new.
What I would say is, while you are all together, it's not a bad idea for some of you to maybe do something that, honest to God, we've been needing to do for a hot minute. Train together. See what y'all do. Practice a little bit. I don't think every one of you knows exactly what your abilities are capable of. Respectfully.
After blocking that blow from that ranger, I definitely felt, there's a bit of a
I realized something. Would the blue carrot assist you? It's meant to boost your ether, conductivity, reserves, all sorts.
But
Or at least try.
I guess if anybody wants training against a virus.
probably, thinking about it.
Yep. Yeah, well, everyone wants some training. I guess I'll... Reaper, I'm here.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Where's...
He's not.
Still learning from my life, but I can be a better trainer. So.
Just not has the echo. But we've never fought final, so I don't know if that's.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And Boon Cha-Cha will also give proper knowledge on what the blue carrots are truly capable of. But at the very least, they help boost ether. Ether pools, potency, reserves. That's all the stuff I remember hearing from Schemingway.
Well,
much as I hate him,
if you
his
have
information
some
is useful.
You can give.
You're a samurai?
Yeah, if you can offer some, that would be greatly appreciated. I wouldn't be sitting on my ass afterwards.
There's still another blue carrot in the storeroom. I'm not sure if Boo Cha-Cha is taking another one for the sake of research. Odds are good she's likely going to return it when she's done, but just in case.
I was originally a samurai, but I transferred to a Viper after my
I'll at least make this known, okay? That I realize it after the fact. Shame I didn't realize before questioning ended.
When you're around here and regulate your body temperature.
Vipers had a lower section control.
True.
While I was over there on a mission,
But I know I will attempt to join for the Ishgardian.
Good serving you.
If everyone wishes to train
I guess we'll figure out which one we're going to.
If you wish to train your new lifts, your skill of your new lifts, by all means.
It's a different fighting style.
It's slow, but
it's a lot more speed to katana.
Yes, I just need to work at it.
I can understand. I do realize we have blue carrots in the storeroom at camp. They're meant to boost ether, reserves, conductivity, pool, potency. I know Boon Cha-Cha is currently researching, finding out what alchemical properties they hold and how their true potential. At the very least, I'm willing to split a blue carrot in half and hand it to each party, so that the one handling the porksy isn't going to be completely out of ether by the time it's done, by the time they charge it.
I don't think you fully comprehend just how much ether gets spent using that.
Every little should help, at the very least.
It is appreciated. Thank
Anything that Best Ways Burrows can be able to provide, even if I myself can't go there, I should be happy to provide.
Then I'll see to it that they receive it.
Thank you.
More of a flourish to their style than,
especially
than the proper combat stance.
I'll at least see what I can.
Well,
drink. I take a drink to drink.
I guess I'll have to ask then.
Yeah, right.
Which one do you want
Hopefully.
to do? Because we're going to be separated, so.
if there is a risk of encountering Tempered, I would say it's probably best for me to accompany them afterward.
It's their choice.
Yeah. I'm honestly kind of prefer that one too. Probably into the prisons and.
Well, I'm not exactly fond of cramped spaces, so.
Ooh, that does suck ass. But I think I could help in the prison.
I know for a fact I'm going. I know for a fact I'm signing up
If
for the
anything,
prison.
you can choose. I will do the opposite.
Kurt, I feel like at this stage, Kurthis as a whole is part of my responsibility.
They are aware of what they are doing.
For one reason or another, considering this camp is my home, and by extension, Kurthis and Ishgard itself. I'll be willing to help out with the prison mission however I can.
I mean, if
Either-
that was the logic used, then wouldn't that just mean Eorzea and then the star? But then wasn't that like the whole point of you and your kin?
One piece at a time for me.
Look after our star.
One piece at a time for me. I'm only one lawbrat.
Very well.
I can't look after the
Very
entire
well.
star by myself. And hopefully,
Of course,
if the
that's why you got
research
us.
that Boon Cha-Cha is doing with the blue carrot pulls through, and better than I could expect, then you may not need to expend all of your ether in order to get that porksy up to charge.
Perhaps. There are some things that white mages are known to do. Just dangerous and not well looked upon.
I was about to say, if I recall right, you draw
I'll be
from
spending my
enemy
next,
ether rather than your own.
Yes. Yeah, we want to try to give back anywhere we can.
Of course.
Lest we take too much. Make fools of ourselves and repeat the past.
Exactly. We need not repeat what happened for the 6 umbral.
Yeah, I was just about to say, let's just not patter you with a black mage.
Goodness gracious.
Yes.
The Jolly would not have trusted me with a responsibility such as this if they thought that I would use it. So, aim not to let them down.
Yes. In the intervening time, we'll aid with the restoration effort as much as we can.
I doubt we'll be working together with
and
this.
mayhaps get my hands on a machinist jobstone.
And I don't know if
to help however I can.
It might be a little bit difficult, given the recent happenings.
There's at least 5 others, so it's going to be 3
in
and
the
2.
area and while helping out, maybe someone from the machinists get
I'm not sure how many of the parties are sending down there is what I'm saying, but in case
While machinist jobstone is a tertiary concern, I am more than happy to employ my skills as a strategist.
We'll be together.
I think that's
making people aware of, any ambushes that may be occurring, any big wind-ups that an opponent is charging that may not be
sending
seen.
down like a light party or like more of a full
I am one of
party,
Heidel's main personal creations.
If not more.
Fair enough.
yes, but also, please, look after yourself.
Of course.
If you get yourself into trouble, then the rest of us have to try to get you out of it.
At the very least, I won't be too much used to a tempered.
You'd be surprised.
It's not like I could exactly throw a haymaker.
No, but you're capable of carrying a dagger. And I, for one, am
Well,
not
when
looking
given
forward
to me, of
someone trying to
course.
slip one between my ribs. Whether they be,
Of course. Of course.
someone as small as you or as tall as a Rogadin. Go.
By all means, I'll keep myself safe as much as I can. I was surprised to hear that someone was almost tempered during the Ishgardian mission. I felt no such taint on my soul.
Feel free.
I don't think it was you.
Yes, it must have been trying to go for somebody else.
I assume it was people fighting the... Yeah,
Exactly. I am merely a
clashing swords
strategist.
with it.
If any enemies try to pay attention to me, that's attention they're not paying to you. Offering you valuable time to subdue them.
Very well.
My primary skills at this current is my quick wit and my fast feet.
Feet? What'd you say?
What about feet?
I want a drink. I also have a train to catch, so I'll pass.
Though, mayhaps I can...
Do we sign up here?
I know Slate has put the gun I obtained
we're
from
waiting for it to
Ishgard
be-
into storage.
I see.
So, mayhaps during the week, I can... During the turns of the moon, I can try to... target practice. Make sure I'm not accidentally going to hit one of you, should the need arise.
Yeah, that would be very bad.
Of course. But we can do this. I know we can. All we need to do is prepare.
I'll follow suit.
Oh, I meant if you...
So if you wish to train, to make sure your endurance and your strength are up to snuff, then by all means, do so.
Maybe.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I can do it later.
Maybe bolster your ether reserves.
Or you could do it now.
Yeah, I'm going to
Prepare
do it
yourself.
after.
Gather ether. Well, add ethers. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean, yes. Either way, we're going to make sure we're okay.
I prefer to do that. Ah, this fucking wall. I hate this wall. This wall makes me angry.
Well, I'm prepared to help however I can.
I think I would actually
I'm a
bust my
member of
ass
the
if I did
guild,
that. Just
just
thinking
like
about
the
knocking
rest
over.
of us.
You know, two people work at the desk.
The roast. Sorry.
Do you know?
I was kinda hungry. I thought I
do a
missed
little
out.
bit of training if I could just have them out.
Oh fuck! I don't know why you jumped.
Controlling
My
them
mind's
is
all over the place.
already-
Then why not take one of the
Hmm. Practice will make perfect sooner or later.
It's much easier
I
than
feel more
just
stressed out.
balancing moves.
Yes.
Into your lungs, not
What are you talking about, sister?
It's hard. I said easy, I meant harder. Sorry. Words.
Wait, where else could I suck up air?
You have to balance four things.
Lungs.
I mean, technically, I have to balance like 12 different cars as well, but that's easier.
I'll talk with
There are
Ryder. Make sure he understands what's happening.
Makes
at
it
least.
easier.
Ryder's sitting on his own in a corner in the snow.
You have to keep those all moving.
Pretty sure he understands. Yeah.
Well,
would hope he
well,
he even offered his assistance.
well, you guys didn't give me the name Schemingway for no reason. I'll make sure to live up to it.
Good luck.
Going out there just hunting just a real simple critter. Alright, not even S, not even
Ryder. I'm not sure which mission you're plotting on going on. I know I'm plotting to help with the prison. I do doubt that you'll be welcome in Ishgard considering what happened, but I imagine any amount of action you could do to repay what you have wrought would presumably be welcome, one way or another. Yeah.
So you're saying I should sign up for the prison?
No, sign up for whichever you wish. But I'll try. But I know with the prison, I'll try my best to live up to what the guild named me. Schemingway. And hopefully, with the research Boonchacha is trying to do with the blue carrots there in the storeroom, the ones that are meant to bolster ether, well, hopefully, the ones who need to handle the porksies will not need to drain all of their ether. At best, though, I still feel like they'll drain about half. Even if it turns out better than I expected. At worst, it may a blue carrot maybe just be the equivalent of just an edible ether. Or high ether or elixir or whatever alchemical concoctions are able to be made. But considering Slate handed me a machinist weapon after everything was settled in Ishgard, I could try to get my hands on a machinist jobstone through my efforts at the restoration.
Okay.
I definitely know I'll need training and practice if I were to become Aimingway or Shootingway, but I'll do my best to help. And well, I need not doubt that you will as well. We'll solve. Well, an adventurer's guild wouldn't be truly adventurous if we weren't dealing with a problem every other day.
Yeah.
Chin up. Mayhaps if everything works out, maybe I could train in other professions. Become the new cooking way of a Ferris, and make you a cheesy bacon myself.
You know, I'd really love that.
And well, Now that I've said that, I'm actually kind of motivated. Because yeah, I do want to surpass him. I want to surpass all the Loporets.
You can do it. Saving way.
Maybe at the end of it all, I could become something more. Maybe become everything way. Mayhaps.
Maybe. It's a possibility.
High possibility. But I know me and the Gleaners are going to move to, well, aid in the restoration efforts however we can. We are already plotting long before the meeting. We just knew that we needed a light party. Me, the two Gleaners, maybe Nasu, Aster. I'm not sure whether or not it would only be wise for you to travel to Ishgard with Luluma. After all, it was already established that those two, she and Aster, went to Ishgard at least to ensure to the populace there that the Adventurers Guild aren't a bunch of psychopaths built on eliminating, well, families.
Regardless of what you say, I still have to make an effort.
Of course you do. Everyone does. I feel I need to make an effort because I'm only a level Loporet. I could not see everything that was happening. I didn't know people were doing finishing moves. I didn't know the potential of someone, truth or lie, of potentially kicking a man while they're down. Well, at the very least, we have time. And that's something that's ill afforded most days. So we savor it. Even the Loporets in Bestway's burrows knew it was only a matter of time before the final days would arrive, one way or another. Either through Zodiark's destruction, or perhaps even Zodiark's revival. Well, what happened was the former. You know, I never thought that chance meeting at the burrows when one adventurer, I don't even remember if it was you or someone else, that was helping Schemingway try to help discover purposes, and we sang a song. I'm amazed that even after all of this I still remember it. Do you remember? I would have thought they would have took that memory away from me. But I suppose they wish to have me a small mercy. And I at least hope that song brought at least a little bit of a smile back to your face. But if it didn't, that's okay. I'm no Schemingway. But hey, how's about we get a drink at the bar? Calm our nerves. We could take things one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. We do not need to go a mile a minute.
Sure.
Come on. Plus, as slightly exhausting as your usual self is. I hate to see you like this. And I know how exhausting your usual self is for Luluma and all of the serious types at the camp. And by technicality, myself included. But I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't bringing a smile to my face. When you incoherently yell at somebody. Now, I'm no mixing way. In fact, I personally barred myself from going behind the bar after that incident.
It's okay. You can just bring me one of the normal bottles.
Of course. Of course.
Meantime, promise you a drink. We'll go.
Yeah. I already promised Ryder to have a drink to at least calm our nerves. So, that's convenient for us, at least. Yeah.
Is it?
We can have one small drink before we set off for Ishgard.
Drink it
Okay.
is.
Well, apparently I am not going to Ishgard. I'm going to Charlene.
Okay. Then me and her shall go to Ishgard, at least. Every little helps
Do all
in
the
terms
work
of the restoration.
that I can't. At least for today, when you guys go. I will be there when we get back, though.
Let's at least calm our nerves a bit.
A drink first?
Of course.
A drink. This time not about some sort of deity of purity.
But about preparing for what's to come.
Actually, yes. You should host a toast. You got good ones.
Of course.
With me or Schemingway?
The one with good words.
Fuck you.
Scheme is not always a bad thing.
Get me a drink too, please. Something light.
Okay, you're having what he's having? Oh. Okay. Something light. And?
Yes, something light, please.
Yeah,
Okay, you guys like light and sweet?
for the road.
By all
sounds
means.
good.
Alright. For you as well?
Something light as well. Same thing you're getting, my brother.
This counter. There's one.
Move back down the bar.
There we go.
You said something light.
Yes.
You're drinking with Ryder, yes? Take this fireball with you.
Very well.
Please. And here is your rum, spiced. Many thanks. I'm thinking about what was and could have been is hardly helpful. When
Here's your fireball, Ryder.
The bigger picture.
Thank you.
It's better to focus on what can be.
You won't have it
Should
else.
be. Instead of what could have. I just want to lean over and I'm like, am I pouring this correctly? And then I feel like I jump up on it.
I feel like
Kind of crazy.
I put my arm around and then
It's fine to have regrets.
I freeze.
Don't find yourself. You freeze. I jump up on the counter. Maybe it's my grip though. I don't know. Surely you have experience with this. Surely there have been plenty of people that you wished you could have saved all those times. You saved our star and countless different Let's go say this. Move over if need be. Countless times you've fought on our behalf. Surely there are times where you regret not taking a specific path, not reacting sooner to something. Maybe staying somewhere else.
Back down.
When maybe you could have been somewhere already.
I'd like to say a few words. At least. If it weren't for the combined efforts of the Adventurers Guild, Ryder wouldn't be able to come back home. That's a certainty, alongside everyone else who went with him. When we're together, even people who are just gleaners in more or less the wrong place at the wrong time, well, we can accomplish amazing things together. Possibly enough to rival you. Maybe.
I'll drink to that.
A toast to us.
Yeah.
Together, we'll handle these problems, and Athena will be defeated, one way or another.
You need not heed our word. At the very least. Maybe put some faith in them. And if you can't believe in yourself, please believe in us. Goodness knows you've been fighting for us long enough.
Believe in the me that believes in you.
Must have seen something worth saving.
Exactly.
You're right, though. There's times where each and every person who has taught me a lesson in my life has died. One way or another. It's always something that's hung over me.
Well, mayhaps we can break that cycle then.
It's not something that one so simply moves on from. I think what he's trying to say is that no matter what happens to any of us, we all lose someone eventually. Maybe we lose another and another. What I would hope that Sir Ryder or anyone else takes from that lesson is that it doesn't have to hold you back.
Alright. That's Hard End. I hope you all enjoyed.
Can spur you on, inspire you. That no life should ever again be lost, even if you know that it's not true, that another will be lost. You give up now, they're all lost, aren't they?
Yeah, you're right.
So you have to continue walking, taking each step.
One step at a time. There is no need to go a mile a minute.
Just gotta put one foot in front of the other and keep going.
Yeah.
That was really hard for a while, honestly. Well, when my feet got funny.
Well.
Drink to that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that try to hold us back.
By Heidelin, we'll make it through.
To the small steps.
One way or another.
Small steps are big steps. So steps.
We're not gonna let Athena nor some red mist return us to the live stream early.
No. I dare say, with enough determination, one could walk to the very edge of existence, couldn't they? Not literally, of course. You took a bloody massive.
Of course.
Need a teeny tiny toy boat.
Tiny toy boat.
That's what you called it? Really?
Oh, absolutely. It's worse than a teeny tiny toy boat.
Oh my. Of all things to call the Ragnarok.
the other things that Sid calls all of his other ships, and then teeny tiny towboat.
Sorry, my hands are full. I wait for my thoughts.
I think the official name was something like the Ragnarok or something.
Well,
No, I like the toy boat one better.
Is that strange?
It's the tiny boat. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the toy boat.
of course.
Ringing in the head.
There's no need to go a mom a minute.
You ever had a drink so good your clothes blow off?
No.
I would prefer that to not happen. At least not to me.
I drank so good I forgot where I put my clothes when I woke up,
I
but they
happen to
didn't
like
come
staying
off when I drank.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm just asking if anyone's had it.
I guess it's not that good then.
I
Hypothetical.
know some of my kinsmen in Limsa might make one believe otherwise, but we do often like to wear clothes.
Understandable.
As one of your kinspeople, I very much like my clothes.
Especially when it's snowing. There have been a lot of nights in Limsa, let me tell you.
Like what?
The less I know, the better.
Clothes are very comfortable, durable, and they're very easy to wear.
Lovely ladies of Limsa.
There's no, there's no need to go a mom a minute, but I know I need to walk a mom today. So, shall we?
Drink to... What fence?
Fair enough.
Let's make our efforts known to Ishgard.
I'll drink to you drinking for your lovely wife.
Don't worry. You two won't be separated from your sibling bickery for too long.
Anything, just make sure to watch out for it, alright?
35% this time.
Hey, I do what I can to bring a smile to people's faces.
I got a rough start.
I just gotta bring up bread and it happens.
Right. I still have the green carrot with me. Frankly, I never took it off.
Still got a lot work done for me.
I'll need to at least double check in the storeroom to see if Slate actually put it there or if he's just accidentally keeping it for himself. Yeah, he did. Okay, good.
Alright, let's head up then.
Yeah, let's. At the very least, we'll be ahead of the curve on the restoration.
Oh no, you didn't fall asleep. Good. You alright?
Yeah,
Just tired. Don't worry.
I cannot blame you. Rest all you please.
You looked like you fell asleep. Yeah, you looked like you fell asleep there for a moment, and you'd probably freeze to death in the cold like this.
My fur is good. Don't worry.
I was about to say.
Okay. Make
Me
sure
and-
you rest when you can.
Us two are heading over to Ishgard to aid in restoration.
Alright, go right ahead.
Stay safe. Thank you for
Yeah.
what you do for us. If no
We'll
one
keep
said it
ourselves
yet.
safe in turn. It'll be a long trek for my legs. But hey!
Oh, keep up.
I was about to say, your legs are taller than me.
If I have to carry you, I'm going to be annoyed.
You carry enough on that knapsack as it is.
My point.
Alright, I think it's safe for us to end now. We're already past hard end. I could stop the recording now.